A request up. Tonight we'll be talking about the X-Men franchise, and there he is. Hello, hello.
Hey, what is up?
What's up, movie guy?
Oh, hey, first, I gotta say, hang on real quick.
Excuse me, I'm Eric Lenshaw. Tell Xavier. Go fuck yourself.
There you go.
That's one of my favorite. We were talking about favorite scenes. That's one of my favorite scenes in all the X-Men. That's so great.
Dude, I
It's so
almost shit
funny.
my pants. I was like, ah, when I saw the cigar, I was like, oh my god.
So what's going on? How's your day?
Ugh, I am so over winter. I'm just so done with it. It's so depressing. This is the worst winter we've had in a few years.
That they originally posted on.
Yeah, it's been cold here. We got like 13, 14 inches of snow, which is
Yeah.
less than what they forecasted, but still, we got a lot of snow.
Do you want to wait for other people to go on or come up, or do you want to just roll? Or
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to have guests because I want to make sure I keep it specific to topic. If there's someone that wants to discuss X-Men, then yeah, we can bring them up. But I think at first I'm just going to have it just like me and you just going over what we're
okay, yeah,
at
you want to lay
hand.
the game plan or what, or just go right into it? Some whatever. I'm taking a back seat. I'm usually the host, and you're running the show tonight.
Well, we're pretty much going to talk about the last 25 years, 26 years of X-Men movies, from the first X-Men all the way through the New Mutants to the Fox universe, all the way, and then Deadpool. So there's a lot of movies that we're going to, touch on, some more than others, some more details, whether we liked them or hated them. We'll probably talk about some things you'll hear. We'll talk about budgets. We'll talk about who directed them. We'll talk about casting. We'll also talk about potential casting that people who are supposed to be in the movie got last minute replaced, and what could that universe look like if we didn't have this person playing this character. So
Yeah.
and then we'll also talk about the MCU and how they go forward, and maybe some fan casting. Maybe we'll just hash it out.
Oh yeah,
Just
definitely. Yeah, I'm for all that.
so if you're in here, make sure you listen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember. I don't know. I don't know if you remember these at the newsstands, but do you remember the magazine Cinescope or Cinescape? It was like a
I
movie
remember.
magazine.
Yeah, I remember the entertainment magazine that was like entertainment, and it had the cover of. It showed the cast of the entire of the X-Men on it, and I was like, wow.
I just remember they would, it was a movie actually going to happen, and I mean, it's like my favorite comic. I know you don't really get much into the comics like I do, but it's like, oh my god, it's my favorite Marvel anything. Like it's cool that everybody has their own unique power, and the characters are interesting, and the costumes, and just everything about X-Men is. I just love it.
Yeah, I remember the anticipation for this movie because we had just come off episode in 1999. We had the episode 1 of the Phantom Menace, so that was a big high that year, and then we had to wait till 2000 for this X-Men movie, and I just know that watching the cartoons as a kid growing up, and then actually waiting to see these live action versions, it was crazy because it's the fucking X-Men. It's iconic. Granted,
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest X-Men fan. Like they're not my favorite like Marvel entity. I love
He was too tall and stuff and everything. It's crazy, like how much bitching and complaining that Hugh Jackman got, and now it's just like he's loved beyond
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. It's like he was an unknown actor, and it's just like if you want to equate it to like sports, it's like hiring a no-name coach, like taking a chance with like Mike Tomlin, no, unknown guy, and they build it to success. No one really knew Hugh Jackman other than he was like he could sing and he could act, do something, but like he went from unknown to like no one can ever play Wolverine. That's why it's hard to see with these movies as franchises go forward, seeing replacements. It's kind of hard because you're so locked in to this one person playing it. It kind of like you know kind of reduces your fandom a little bit until you get accustomed to the new people. And
Yeah.
it's gonna, we gotta brace yourself. It's gonna happen because when the MCU puts out the Mutant Saga after Secret Wars, it's gonna be a totally. I think before then we'll have a different cast, but I think people just have to learn that change is inevitable. And I don't know, like, but nothing would be more iconic than this 2000 movie.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I just remember the banner going up and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, you know, like it's happening. It's happening. I remember seeing I'm trying to think of the movie and I'm looking it up here and I'm trying to let's see if I can try to find it. I don't have to go. Ian McKellen was in a movie where he played I don't even know if I can say the word. Um he played a soldier.
Oh.
He was living next door to a kid. And he played rhymes with Potsy. And I'm trying to think of the name of that movie. Oh God, I was just thinking about that because that's the first time I think I really saw Ian McKellen in. I remember going to see it because I don't remember the name of it.
It was obviously before the X-Men movie, right?
Yeah, it was before. Yeah, it was like 96. I was gonna look it up. I don't know. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, that's the earliest I can remember Ian McKellen when I saw him, and I was like, oh, it's that guy from that movie, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting casting, but I don't know if the casting like I was thought, wow, is it too old? Is he too old to play? Magneto. But
I think it was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, jump right there that I'm thinking about it. Like the black suits, where just like, I think everybody hated that so much. Like the black suits. Because we thought we were gonna get the Wolverine yellow suit, we're gonna get, Cyclops bright blue suit. I guess back then there would have been, oh, that's too goofy now, that's too goofy. But now it seems like that's like it would work, I mean, I don't know. Like, what is your thoughts on the black suit? Like the whole costumes. Like,
I don't mind the blacks. I don't mind the leather suits. Like, here's the thing. Like, because if you're I have the same understanding. Like, I would probably think it's too goofy. Like, because if you think about the movies that came out prior to that adapted from like a comic book or like a cartoon, when they tried to go for that cartoon look, it just did not hold up on film. So I think doing this movie and separating yourself, I don't think the costumes takes away from the plot of the movie, the storylines or the characters. I just think people just, I don't know, just want to complain about something about the movie. So let's just bitch about the costumes. Because, like you said, if they put them in their costumes, they would have complained about them being in their costumes. You know, because it would have been like, well, his underpants isn't the exact color, or her gloves aren't shaped the same. You know, it would have been something. You know, I had no problem with the costumes. It still had X-Men theme. It had the X. It still looked like something that, I don't know, a good adaptation. It still didn't take away from the team, and they joked about it in the movies. That's so they knew that the audience would bitch about it. So let's just crack jokes about it in the movie. So I'm not too mad about it.
Kind of like even now, I don't know.
I mean, looking back now, I would. I don't see a problem. I think from Ray Park being Toad, coming off, you know, just starring as Darth Maul was big for him, and I thought he played a good Toad. Tyler Mane, little underknown, he was a good Sabretooth. Again, and even Jean Grey, Cyclops. I think perfect Professor X. I mean, Sir Patrick Stewart has that look, so there's nothing wrong. I don't have anything bad about the casting. Maybe Halle Berry's voice. I don't know. Maybe I would have probably wanted someone with a little bit more pronounced accent that Storm has, but I'm not going to nitpick about the movie, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a success at the box office. The budget was $175 million, and it went on to gross $297 million. Directed by Bryan Singer. I think probably his previous.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've seen it or not. I think I have. I don't remember.
It's got a crazy ending, so you would probably remember it from. I'm not going to.
Like, it was in development with James Cameron and Kathleen Bigelow. Like, what would that would have looked like from the 80s? Like, if it would, like, you know, the development went in 84, the movie came out in 86, maybe.
They would have had Tom Cruise in it for sure. I would have probably get Tom Cruise as Cyclops. Would have been wild.
Yeah, what would be some of the casting? Like, if the movie came out in 86, like, what would have been? Like, I'm trying to think. I would think, like, Dolph Lundgren would have been Cable.
Yeah, Lundgren, he would have been. Yeah, I don't know if he. I don't know. He probably would have been. He would have. I don't think Cable. I don't think they would have put Cable in. I think he would have maybe been Sabretooth.
Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting to be like, who would have been Wolverine? Who would have been, you know, Xavier? Yeah, it's just interesting. Like, who they would have gone for, like, the big stars
around the 80s, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the 80s. I'm trying to think.
Well, I don't know if he would have done it but Daniel Day-Lewis would have been a great Magneto.
Yeah.
I would have seen Daniel Day-Lewis, but he's very selective. And I don't know if he would have been like, yeah, you know, to done sequels and stuff and everything, but
What about Clint Eastwood as, like, Magneto?
Oh. I think they would have had Michelle Pfeiffer as Jean Grey.
You don't think maybe?
She might have been Mystique.
Yeah, maybe.
What we think Winona Ryder would have been Rogue?
I'm trying to think.
Because
Back then,
Beetlejuice came out in '87.
that could have. I mean, yeah, she. Oh yeah, Kim Basinger. Oh,
Would have been Jean Grey.
in the '90s,
Yeah.
they did like a fan casting for that.
Speaking of that,
really.
but with budget concerns, they decided not to. But yeah, that might have maybe what the CGI would be. I don't know. In Gambit's like card throwing would have been like extra CGI, so they were probably like, "Ooh, that might have been be Wolverine." And Angela Bassett was going to be Storm. I think Angela Bassett would have been better if I had to. Like, I wish she would have got it, the role. I think she could have done a. Honestly, nothing against Halle Berry, but I think Angela Bassett would have made a better Storm.
Yeah, because she. I mean, not saying that both didn't have longevity in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have been a crazy. But I just don't see Bob Hoskins as. I would have went with like Mel Gibson maybe.
Oh, Bob Hoskins. Oh my God.
That's like everyone saying Daniel DeVito for Wolverine. Like,
oh my God, that's like.
I did not like that for this whole push.
Yeah, no. But then
maybe Schwarzenegger as Colossus.
Oh, that would have been really cool. Yeah. In 1994, Lauren Schuler Donner purchased. What's up?
What's up, Buffalo?
Lauren Schuler Donner purchased the film rights, and Andrew Kevin Walker was writing a draft. He did 8mm, and he also did Sleepy Hollow. And then in his script in '94, original script, he had, like, my papers are bending. He had Xavier Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman Beast, Warren Worthington, aka Angel. And then for the Brotherhood, he would have had Magneto, Sabretooth, Toad, Juggernaut, and Blob. Out and, like, you know, if that got approved and they were going to do, let's say the movie would have came out in '96 or something, you know, that's what the original, like,
wow, I don't know about the Blob though.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the. I mean, he was good in X-Men Origins, but
yeah,
man, it's crazy.
Also,
no Emma Frost, no Emma Frost. I mean, no Hellfire Club.
Frost.
I mean, oh.
And I guess in that script too, it was going to have Bolivar Trask was going to be in it, which was going to have the room. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, like, if done well, I don't know who would have done it, direct it, but, and obviously, you know, the CGI was a little bit better, you know, in 96 with Jurassic Park in 2 or 93. So,
do you know who could pull that off in the mid-90s? The Wachowski brothers.
Yeah,
they could have pulled off a crazy X-Men movie.
Yeah, Well, now they were Chakowski's sisters, so
yeah.
But
still,
yeah, I see
because
what you're saying.
yeah. Could you imagine if they did that instead of the Matrix? How different would the Matrix be? If the Matrix maybe would have come out, who knows? If they did an X-Men franchise.
I can't even read my handwriting. Michael, trying to think of his Michael Chablon. He revised the proposed 6-page script Jubilee was in the movie, and then the revised script was going to be Xavier, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Beast, and Iceman. But none of the villains was going to be introduced until the second movie. Like, do an X-Men movie with no Magneto, no Sabretooth, no Juggernaut. It was just going to focus on the X-Men. I don't know how that even works.
Yeah. Ever, because I mean, it would definitely it would work because it'd make you want to come back for the sequel and watch the sequel. But to focus a whole movie with just the protagonist. Oof.
Also for like the very first X-Men movie, I mean for the script that was coming out with Bryan Singer doing it, I don't know what he's metal or rock, Glenn Danzig, and and Russell Crowe was first choice for Wolverine.
Yeah, if you've never seen Glenn Danzig, he is big and he's wide and he is jacked, like he's got the hair. Like I could see him as Wolverine.
Yeah. This is kind of interesting, but Chris Potter, who voiced Gambit, actually auditioned for Cyclops. The Chris Potter, the animated voiceover for Gambit in the 90s animated series, actually auditioned for Cyclops.
Jeez.
Michael Jackson actively campaigned to play Xavier.
I saw where he was rumored to play Gambit in the X-Men. I didn't see a thing about Xavier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jim Caviezel from Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ, yeah.
He actually auditioned for Cyclops.
Interesting.
But with scheduling conflicts, he pulled out. And Charlize turned down the role of Jean Grey.
I think I also read somewheres where it would have been interesting. Terrence Stamp. That would have been a very, because it would have been crazy to go from Zod to Professor X. That would have been. He's got the voice and the presence. I could see it, but I could also see him as Magneto because he's very intimidating.
Yeah. What would that say? It's sad. Well, speaking of Spider-Man, that is connected to the X-Men because you remember the latest scene where they're doing that scene in New York, and then the
universe causing an incursion and Spider-Man battling the X-Men.
Yeah.
That's the rumor open scene. So we're gonna see Tobey Maguire is gonna be. Just because we don't got Spider-Man 4, he's going to have some major parts in these next 2, maybe 3, depending if they split Secret Wars into 2 movies.
Yeah.
He's gonna play a major part in the next few MCU movies. So
Oh
Look
my
at
god.
Spider-Man 4. John Malkovich would have been Vulture. That would have been crazy.
Yeah. I know I don't mean to like switch topics, but this Notre Dame game is a
No, we
nail biter.
can.
Yeah.
I
Real
know. It's
quick.
like, it's
Yeah.
tied, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, not to trail off and get on the Spider-Man rant, but yeah, I honestly feel like Spider-Man 4 might have been my favorite Spider-Man movie because you had John Malkovich as the Vulture, you had Bruce Campbell as Mysterio, and you had Anne Hathaway as Black Cat.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been right up there because at the time at that time I was like I still hated Spider-Man 2. I didn't like I hated 3 more than 2. I wasn't a big fan of 2, but I thought only the first one was the best one. Because like I said, I was never a big
But I love Andrew Garfield. I'm sorry. I love Amazing Spider-Man, and I love Amazing Spider-Man
yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I wish we got a part 3 and would have seen him battle Venom in part 3. Again, that never happened. So, but I
Yeah.
think, like, again, with the multiverse, though, remember, I didn't variant Vulture. Who knows what could happen?
All right, I'm going to throw this out here since we're just kind of talking about this right now. And then sometimes I like to veer off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's Black Suit and Secret Wars.
I think it's under because I think he gets the black suit in Brand New Day.
No. Wow.
I think he. Okay, this is just a theory.
After credits scene?
I think he dies in Brand New Day in possession, and that's what helps give Matt Gargan Scorpion a crazy like this. These are all rumors, but like
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I think he gets it at the end of the tease for Secret Wars.
Do you think at some point when they do bring in Miles Morales, do you think they should just reboot Venom in his universe?
Oof, I would.
Because I feel like you need to reboot him.
See, I'm okay. Again, this might be controversial. I had no problem with Venom 1, 2, or 3. I don't. I know people are purists and they really hate those movies.
It was like it made me mad because Screech or Skeet was it Screech overshadowed Carnage, and I wanted more Carnage. I felt we got a lack of Carnage in it. Like I wanted more. Like it wasn't like.
Well, that's due to the PG-13 rating. If we got now that R-rated comic book movies are, something happening now with like Deadpool and things like I think we'll see hopefully an actual Maximum Carnage storyline.
I think we're going to get
video.
something. I think we're going to get something like a fan-made AI because I've been seeing some crazy Star Wars stuff AI that's looked better than a mini movie, 10 minutes short. But I think it's my least favorite. But I didn't like hate it. I don't think I ever. That was really cool. So anyway, going back to X-Men, I don't know if you had anything else to share or anything you wanted to talk about, like you had written down about X-Men or.
No, I think the Statue of Liberty scene is such an iconic scene in comic book history. That whole battle.
Yeah. Is like I was gonna say, what is you could say is that your ending part at the Statue of Liberty, or what's your favorite scene from the first X-Men? I forgot to say that.
Oh, my favorite scene in X-Men.
Yeah, the very first movie.
Oof, I mean, I like the Statue of Liberty scene. But I do like. I thought the fight scenes were put together quite well. I love the Sabretooth Wolverine fight. I thought the choreograph was really good. And I love the back and forth banter between Logan and Cyclops. Scott, I thought, you know, they they performed that pretty well, really well. And I
Yeah,
don't know, I just
I
like I
think.
said, I don't get mad at anything about it. Like this, it was a great movie. It's not my favorite, but it's a good movie.
Oh,
It's not my favorite X-Men movie.
I'm going to be kind of a, because I forgot to mention this. I think I'm going to be a homer here. I think my favorite scene. I think at first, before, because I dated this girl that lived 16 hours away in Hamilton, Ontario. So I went to Canada twice. So my favorite scene was probably the Wolverine and Mystique fight.
Okay.
But I don't remember like how cold it was in February. It was like minus. Oh my god, I couldn't even tell you. But it was like it was downtown Hamilton, Ontario, and we walked like 7 blocks in the cold, and it was freezing. And I went to see the train station scene, um, where they shot that whole thing, where
Nice.
Sabretooth grabs. Well, we didn't get to go inside. We just stood outside, but the doorway. So I was standing, like looking around and doing the X with my arms. Right is where I think Sabretooth was standing, because it was like Sabretooth, Magneto in the middle, and Toad was off to the. If you're looking out and being like, oh my god, that's where the cop cars were, you know.
Mhm.
But that was just like, oh my god, it was like a surreal moment. And I took a picture, and obviously it's framed in my room. But yeah, I would have to see that whole scene where they're coming out with Rogue and Xavier's trying to talk to him. There's like, yelling at him, and the guns are all pointing at the, it's.
Speaking of Maggie, I think the ending scene with like them playing chess, and
Yeah,
then it's like the music, the score in the background, and then
yeah,
he's leaving the
yeah,
plastic cell. I think that was just sums up their relationship. Like it's such it's
yeah.
just it's not a crazy scene. It's quiet, but it's still it's very tense. Each other. I don't know. That was a pretty good scene.
Oh, the scene. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, the scene, even when, like, at the beginning, where he was just like, don't stand in my way, Charles, or he's walking away, don't get in my way, or something. I think his line is.
I was talking about the chess match,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
chess
yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the
That's
Auschwitz, or wasn't that in the beginning too of X-Men, the very first one, where he's pulling the
no,
fence? Wait.
wasn't that First Class?
Oh, yeah, it was. I'm getting it
That was
mixed
First
up.
Class.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would, yeah, definitely I would say, yeah, it's the scene at the train station where he grabs Storm, and it's like, I want to hear you scream. That whole scene is just so cool. I love it. So, um
I guess Buffalo wants to come up and say something. Do you mind if I bring him up real quick?
I don't, yeah, sure.
What's up?
Hey.
You guys were talking about Avengers Doomsday. I have a theory.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Doctor Doom. So hold up. You know how Iron Man died, and
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
you know how like the kid can like make universes. I think in Doomsday he makes a universe by mistake, and they have an Iron Man that's like really good. He comes in and he kind of saves the entire thing, and that's when we have to go into the part 2. I think the next movie then will be very big.
I would love to see.
I don't think
Oh,
I don't think we see Robert Downey.
Jr.'s face until the end of the movie. I don't think anyone thinks it's Doom until the end,
Until they see it's Iron Man.
Man or for the Iron
I think
If
your
you
audio
remember
keeps
in the
cutting out a little
Spider-Man
bit.
movie,
my audio.
Yeah,
I
it
said-
just went in. It would get really soft and get really loud, and really soft, really loud. It's fine now.
Okay.
if you remember in the Spider-Man Mysterio movie, he was like, "I trust you." It was the last thing that Iron Man gave us. I think when he was saying about that is whoever has that will become like the next Iron Man or close to a future. It's just my theory, but if he does, I think you see if the mask does come off, I think you see Peter Parker as Iron Man taking the Robert Downey Jr.
I just can't wait to see everybody's reaction, knowing that that's Robert Downey Jr. That's Tony Stark. But I don't like. Obviously, when they do a soft reboot, I don't think Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the Doctor Doom. I feel like there's going to be a main Doctor Doom because he's not the Doctor Doom. I don't think. I feel like he's
Right.
a variant.
Yeah, I can also see that Franklin like grows up and then he remembers his mother and he's like, "Wait, that's my mother," and he kind of strikes back on in the second part on Doom, another universe, and there's a portal that opens up, and you just see that Iron Man comes through and he opens up the mask and it's Peter Parker, and he's like, "Wait, that's
Yeah.
me," but like.
See, I think in those trailers that they put out, those 4 trailers, they don't show everything in the trailer, and I think when we see the ship at the end of Thunderbolts, I think that's the ship that's going to land in Wakanda, and you see the Thing come out, and I think Doctor Doom is perceived to be an ally at first, and then he's going around and doing all this low-key behind-the-scenes stuff, and then he'll just switch it up and becomes a bad. I don't think he's the bad guy in the beginning. I think he's trying to help solve all these incursions that are happening, at the same time creating a world for himself. So you're gonna see Doom switch it up and do like a backstab. That's just my theory. I know there's a bunch of theories. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Well, if
I
you
don't know.
remember, he did take the child. Like, there wasn't, like, the mother, like...
But did he take the child? Because he didn't. They didn't really show. They just showed her walking in,
And the child was...
and child's looking at him. So I don't think he. There's a I don't know. What do you think about that movie? I don't see that
I
happening.
actually think that's actually kind of true, because
I
if you remember...
agree with. Yeah, I think because in every I still haven't seen the Chris Evans one or the Thor trailer yet, but yeah, because everyone has kids in those trailers. Like one of my managers was telling me, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good idea." Do you think that they'll wait to drop the wait, if it'll be even a teaser trailer, because usually the teaser, like during the Super Bowl, we'll finally get the trailer during the Super Bowl. That's when you first see it.
Oh, wow.
I think there's a teaser, but I don't think the full. I think we'll get a full Brand New Day trailer. I don't think we'll get a. We might get a teaser, like a 30-second teaser that'll show Doom, but not show his face.
Yeah, I was also looking up online, like, trailers, and I came across one that actually could happen. I think this will happen, though. I think Doom is flying that ship, but he has all the Fantastic Four hostage, and he's held the child captive in the front, because he doesn't want like the Fantastic Four like seeing it.
Ooh,
But-
we'll have to do an Avengers, like either obviously Doomsday before, or like just in general, like at some point just talk about the Avenger movies or something.
Yeah, I also think
Well,
that
there's a reason. There's a reason why they're releasing. Because there's supposed to be an extra scene added to Endgame,
Yeah,
which links to Doomsday.
yeah.
do you guys think that Punisher is going to like I know alright, hear me out. I think in the movie, in the beginning, I think Spider-Man comes and he doesn't just bring himself and Hulk. I think he brings Punisher and Sadie Sink with him. And I think they all just it's gonna be like Endgame, but exactly like they have to go and find what is going to happen. Because if you remember, they did take the child and stuff, but they didn't fully.
Say this real quick before I forget. Okay, Deadpool, if you could change one thing about the X-Men movie, what would it be?
Dang, that's a good thing.
Like, no, wait first. Like, okay, let me just do this. Like, not character, but like an X-Men character out and put someone in, who would it be? So that's like a part 2. So if you could change something about the first X-Men movie, what would it be? And then if you had to take someone out and replace it with another X-Men character, who would it be?
Dang. Oof. I can put Nightcrawler in X-Men 1. Because he is one of the original. You know, if you want to
Yeah.
go back, he's one of the original X-Men. And I think if you add Emma Frost, like I know First Class had Emma Frost, and I know X-Men Origins had a version of X-Men Frost with the Wolverine movie. I think if you add her, I don't know. I don't know. It's not going to convolute it and make it too sloppy. Too many characters. There just wasn't enough bad guys for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think if I had to take somebody out, that's tough. I would have. I mean, I think I would have. I don't know if he would work. I was thinking about taking Toad out and putting in. I was gonna say Gambit, but I would rather had Juggernaut. I think. Because I think they should have just went with the whole like Xavier, that's his half brother. They could intertwine that in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe? I don't know, but that might have been too packed to include that story, you know? But I think I would have took out Toad and had Juggernaut. I was gonna think about like Gambit, but I don't know if Gambit would have fit in the first movie. Because I would have. I'll raise up the same question for X-Men 2, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to move on to X-Men 2 or
I'm good on X-Men.
okay. I don't know if do you want to start or anything you want to talk about? You want to start out like with about X-Men 2 or I just all I know is the banners were awesome. Like I remember us getting 2 sets of banners. I found them on eBay. So
Question.
Go
What do
ahead.
you guys think is gonna happen in like Scream 7?
Oh, that we'll get to a horror. I think we're gonna do a horror one. I think pretty soon.
In a couple.
We're gonna do a horror theme one too. So
Yeah,
we just
I
started out with
looked at the
this
trailer
one.
again today, and I was like, "It's gonna be pretty good."
I mean, did you want to start out Deadpool, or you want me to start, or what? How do you want? Do you want to like?
I mean, I I love Stryker. I love the Stryker character.
Oh, I do
And
too.
Brian Cox. Oh my God,
Ugh,
that's all I'm going to talk about is Brian Cox. Funny word, but yeah, he is. Oh my God, great Stryker. And
yeah.
X-Men 2 is probably it's up there. It's in my top 3 favorite X-Men movies. It's up there. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say like we haven't talked about all of them yet. So it's.
I was gonna do a ranking.
Well, yeah, we can rank them. We can rank them after we talk about them because.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be curious to hear. Yeah. Yeah. Brian Cox. He's a great actor. I mean, I love him in the first 2 Born Identity, Born Supremacy movies. He's great. You know, he had a small role in Braveheart. So yeah, he's such a fantastic actor. Now every time I think of Brian Cox, I just think of like, you know, the McDonald's commercials now. So, yeah, I mean, X-Men 2 had a budget of 110 million, went on to gross 407 million dollars. Directed
Have a good
by
night,
Bryan
Buffalo.
Bryan Singer. John Ottman did the music. Story by Zach Perry and David Hayter, Solid Snake himself, and you know, Bryan Singer worked on it. But yeah, I mean,
And you said you're not. You said you're not a. You said you're not a Singer fan, right?
No, I like Singer. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't hate Singer. Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I is like not to deep dive in it, but is like, did those allegations ever go away? I know that seemed like a long time ago, or like I like what's the word on Bryan Singer? It's like he just like not
I
even.
haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
They kind of just like disappeared. Like most stuff does. Like unless people bring them up, they're like, oh, this guy, blah 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 blah. It's kind of like you kind of forget about Victor Salva. What he did. So you just forget about until something triggers it. But I don't know. Like this is.
I mean, you separate that from the person, and as a director, I think Bryan Singer is. I don't think like he's not up in my top 10 or anything, but I think he's a fantastic director. What he did with the X-Men movies, bringing the X-Men movies to alive, and obviously the writing and stuff and everything. So yeah, I honestly I don't as a director, I like him as a director. I don't have anything against him. So let's see. Let me grab my notes.
Did you read the graphic novel that this is based off of, or no?
Which one? X-Men 2?
God Loves, Man Kills. You read that?
No, I think wasn't that Chris Claremont? I think wrote that. No, I never. I don't think I read that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Hang on one second. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, like he was awesome striker. X-Men 2 was actually going to be the Dark Phoenix storyline. But
really,
Zach Penn and David Hayter convinced Singer not to to do that storyline because, you know, the world needs to be established, you know, better. Like X-Men. That would have been like really rushing it. That would have been like doing Thor and then going straight to Avengers.
Yeah.
You know, I got issues like with DC. That's the same thing. It was just like, you know, that to go off here, but it was like, you know, we get Man of Steel, and then it was like Batman versus Superman. I'm like, what? Like what? Like, huh? What? Like what? What the fuck? That's like going from Iron Man straight to Civil War, not introducing Captain America or, you know, Black Panther, Spider-Man. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, but I can understand. Like, how many Batman origin stories do we need? And that movie had an origin of Batman in that movie as well. So,
see, you're gonna get me going on DC now. I'm gonna start ranting about DC.
I'm not. No. Another week.
God, I can't hold it. I just want like my displeasure of like how you released a movie. Like, I don't know. I'll just say real quick. I think they should have built their solo characters first, then do like, you know, something epic, like big, you know, individual movie, something big, individual, yeah. But anyway, we'll talk.
See,
about
I don't know if I like that formula though. That formula doesn't always work.
Yeah, but true. You have
like. There was no solo movies before X-Men came out. It was just X-Men. Boom. We're just gonna throw it in your face.
It was. I think it worked that way. I think it worked fine. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it worked. It worked. Again, but they got wrote out again. It still feels like they're almost there. They're in early drafts, and then Angel and Beast gets written out again.
Well, they had Hank McCoy, but he was a human, like a quick little clip of Hank McCoy as a human.
Oh, yeah. Tyler Mane was set to return, but they deleted him out of the script. Which I'm just kind of like... I kind of wondered about that, too. I'm like, where's Sabretooth? I feel like Sabretooth should have been there. Like, how do you not have Sabretooth?
Yeah, I think the Sentinels were gonna appear too, but again, got written out because of budget reasons.
Yeah. I got to meet Daniel Cudmore at the very first Indiana Comic-Con. I mean, it was when it was really small. Now it's gotten bigger, but they had Daniel Cudmore and Evan Peters there. And he was a big dude, too. And I'm like, you know, like, you know, they did not have Colossus speaking with a Russian accent. Which I found very odd.
Yeah, that's why I love the Deadpool Colossus a lot better.
He was like, hey, I'm here, I can help. And I was just like, wait, what? What is that? Just some random California dude. Like, this is like, it's like, wait, what? Like, what is happening here? I didn't really have too many notes for... love that movie so much. I was like, I know, you know, the stuff with the William Stryker stuff was awesome. I think, but then they went with Lady Deathstrike, which I thought Lady Deathstrike was really cool. Like, she's sitting there and like cracking her knuckles. What's that scene? Oh my gosh, yeah. Wait, did you have anything like, you know, I feel like, you know, was there anything like you're written down for X-Men 2 at
I didn't really have to write too much down because I recently watched this movie. It was on late night. It was like an X-Men marathon. They had the X-Men 2, X-Men 3, and then they had First Class. So I watched all three. It was like a couple weeks ago.
I think
I enjoyed that they that we started getting more villains. We got Pyro, we got Lady Deathstrike, but
yeah.
they were quickly dismissed. I just wish that they would have fleshed out the Stryker storyline a little bit more. I feel like he has a big storyline that's kind of like runs concurrently with some X-Men storylines. I feel like they just would have slowed that down and maybe made 4 X-Men movies instead of 3. Maybe have the 4th one be the Dark Phoenix, and maybe have the 3rd one kind of introduce the Danger Room and the Hellfire Club, or something crazy. But like, again, I felt like maybe they rushed this Stryker backstory with Wolverine, and not knowing now, but not knowing it then, it became more of a Logan storyline than the X-Men storyline, and because it was all focused on his back.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it was more Wolverine dominant, which I'm not mad at. But maybe that had something to do.
I think we could probably both agree the best scene in X-Men 2 was the opening scene at the White House with Nightcrawler.
It's a pretty epic scene.
Yeah. I think that just seeing that on the big screen was just like, damn.
And Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, perfect cast for him. Oh my god!
Yeah. I mean, I even love the part
because he played. If you remember, he played Loki in, I think, The Mask, the Son of the Mask. He played Loki in that. Before you never saw that? Yeah, you should. It's not bad. Mask movie, but it's got Jamie Kennedy as the Mask, and then he has a kid, but then it's really Loki. It really is like a origin of the Mask, and Loki is a big character in it. It's pretty funny, but
for this game, damn it, I even like the little subtle scene where it's like Magneto is just like the Stryker and everything, where he's in the tent, he's like, get out. But I like the little interaction that they had, like Magneto talking to, like, he's like, oh, you think it's just all about you? I would have definitely replaced Pyro with Gambit in a heartbeat.
I don't know. He plays a big part in the 3rd one, and then obviously he plays a part in Deadpool and Wolverine. We'll get there, but I have no problem with Pyro.
Yeah. I don't know, like, it's up there.
I think if I had to add, if I had to add something, I probably would add Beast. I would probably add more Hank McCoy. I'm not complaining Kelsey Grammer Part 3, because Kelsey Grammer played a really good Hank McCoy Beast character, but better than Nicholas Hoult. And just saying.
The younger version, I had no problem with him. Like, it was,
He was too whiny. I don't know. He had this. I don't know. I just looked at him. I'm like, he's like I don't know. He's always he's sulking. I don't know. I didn't like his character in First Class. Didn't like it in Apocalypse. Didn't like it in Dark Phoenix. Just not a.
Oh, there's nothing good
No.
about Dark Phoenix at all. So I mean.
Oh no! Au contraire, mon frere. Dark Phoenix was. Oh, stop it!
God. Okay. Oh, the school scene. When the ice and Stryker's on the other side. I feel like X-Men 2 has a lot more scenes. Oh, even hell, we even talk about the the one in the wheelchair with Cerebro.
Oh yeah, his son, Jason. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, just like he's like, Logan. I don't know how many times I told you not to smoke in here. He's like, I make Jean make you look like something like a 10-year-old girl or something.
I think that. I think I agree with you. There was more. There's better visuals in this film, and I think there's more memorable scenes and dialogue in X-Men 2. I think it only got better.
Yeah. I will say it's a better movie than X-Men 1, but I'm not hating on X-Men 1, the first X-Men. I'm just saying overall, if I went to be like, I can watch X-Men tonight or X-Men 2, I'm watching X-Men 2. Unless I'm doing a marathon. And I'm like, each night I'm going to watch an X-Men movie, but.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think they got better. I think they got better as they got on. I think,
Yeah.
And I know you're not a Last Stand fan, but I love the. That's the next one. I love the Last Stand.
All right, before we get into the next one, you got your brain. I don't know. I feel like, let's just see what you can do with it. Let me get my pen. Okay.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I actually got like 3. Speaking of the first X-Men movie, can you name the Stan Lee cameo in X-Men 2000?
Oh, that's easy. I remember that. He's a hot dog guy, right? Like a street vendor or something, right?
Like the camera pans. There he is. Like, what is happening?
Isn't he like the hot dog guy or something?
You guys are thinking?
No, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Ooh, what happened? Did I lose audio?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hold on one second. We're having audio problems.
Can you hear me? Hello? What the heck?
Or let's see. Did I didn't like. Hang on. Hello, Deadpool.
Hello?
You there?
I'm here. Hello?
Hello, Deadpool.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hang on a second.
Can you hear me? Hello? What the heck?
What is happening? Hey, I think Deadpool might be having some technical issues. I don't know. Oop. Deadpool?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you. I don't understand.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Deadpool.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh gosh, what happened? I don't know what happened.
Was that you? Because I can hear.
What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, this one is okay. This one you might not get because you don't really. But this was a fun one since we're speaking of who appeared on the cover of the very first X-Men comic in 1960.
Nightcrawler. Oh man. I don't know. I'll say X-Men. I'll say Angel, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Iceman, and Storm.
And who?
Storm.
You got. I think you got 2 right. Iceman.
Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Beast.
Oh.
Cyclops. Iceman.
Angel and Cyclops.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to this.
See, I don't read comics, so you got me on that.
Not bad. Can you name? Okay. We'll see if you know this. Let's see if you were playing. You were in the arcades in '92. Can you name all 6 playable characters in the 1992 Konami X-Men game? I don't think it was the children.
Cyclops. Wolverine. Storm.
You miss Colossus and Dazzler.
See, I never played that. My game was the X-Men versus Street Fighter game.
Okay.
That was the game I played.
Bonus question. Okay. Can you name 3 of the bosses from that game?
From which game? The Street Fighter X-Men game or
the 92? Can you at least name?
I'll say Juggernaut and I don't know. Is a Sentinel a big boss? I'll say a Sentinel. Some Sentinel. I don't know.
You got 2. You got Magneto and Juggernaut.
Was Mr. Sinister wasn't in it, was he?
Nope. You had Mystique. She was disguised as Magneto. She was the boss before it, and then you fought Magneto. There was Pyro the Blob, Wendigo, Nimrod, White Queen, and the Living Monolith.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, that's all I got.
I want to have that game for Xbox.
Yeah.
Mm.
So.
Okay.
Just interesting. I was just like, I was like, yeah, maybe Deadpool might get a couple. I'm like, if you really think about it.
Those are good. No, those are good.
Yeah.
Good questions.
Yeah. So now we're like on X-Men 3. I didn't write anything down. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. God, I honestly do not remember any story plots at all. Like, I do not remember at all. That's why I was like, I'm going to leave Deadpool to just take this one over to talk about.
Well, basically, the movie opens with Xavier and Magneto going to Jean Grey's house as a child, trying to get her to, come to the school and, let her know that she's not different. She's gifted and, she can be safe and all that. So it opens there. Then it goes. It's pretty much the story. It's about the cure. So there's the cure for the mutants. That's pretty much the whole movie. Yeah, you have this kid. You have this kid at some lab. I think it's like Worthington Labs or something. Angel, his father, is like the head of the lab.
Okay.
So and then you got this kid who is this cure. Like his being, his blood, his flesh, his body is just the cure. So they're trying to create an anti-mutant formula to weaponize it to like take down these mutants, because it's like a big, mutant uprise where like, you got this cure and you have people fighting for it. You have some mutants crossing the line wanting to take the cure. And in that storyline, Rogue is questioning her. She wants to be normal because she is sick of, like, in fact, when she touches somebody, she can kill them or, whatever. So she's like, I want to be normal. So she's contemplating taking this cure. Who is taking a forefront in the story. So she's introduced.
I forgot she was in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Elliot. Now it's like Elliot Page instead of Ellen Page. Whatever he did. I don't know. Whatever. So you got that storyline, but then you have like the Dark Phoenix storyline also going on. Control and kill Cyclops. So Cyclops is dead. And she's getting powerful. She ends up killing, unaliving mutants. It's got like Multiple Man and Juggernaut. They're all on that bus.
Yeah.
They're like getting transported. So she becomes, and like Magneto just like dismisses her, and he goes to Juggernaut, and she goes, man, she's so beautiful or something like this. She was so beautiful. Like she just like, you have no use for me now, and just like leaves her. It's like Stone Cold Magneto. Like he's just, it's just the coldest, one of the coldest scenes in the whole movie.
I'm just kind of curious how they're going to bring Mystique back though, if she's going to be in Doomsday.
Well, remember, Days of Futures Past changed the whole. It changed the whole timeline.
Yeah, it pretty much wiped out
Last
Stand.
Wiped out. So yeah, it wiped out Last Stand and everything else. So it just reset everything.
Yeah, except for Wolverine, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, it didn't. Logan still happens. The Wolverine still happens.
Yeah.
It reset everything. Last Stand prior. Yeah.
I faintly remember because I think Magneto's talking at a church or something to the other X-Men to stand up and fight with him, or fight against this cure.
Yeah.
So.
Dang, Notre Dame's gonna lose. It's so terrible. It's so terrible. Oh.
I know I saw somebody, not to cheer her off, but I know I saw something on our local station. Is it time for Shrewsbury to
go? Yeah, probably.
Knowing what all happens, I think I'm more likely now to revisit it, knowing that this is kind of like a movie that do watch it. I might watch it since this got all wiped out. Which funny to say, I guess off topic that I'm guessing going forward with Dave Filoni taking over, the new Star Wars. Maybe not everything. I didn't read the whole story. I just read the headline that that they are going to retcon. So
What are they going to retcon? I mean,
I don't know. I just don't feel like the rate now with Dave Filoni taking over. I just don't think I don't think the Ray movie happens. I think I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to find it, the article, and try to share it and stuff and everything. But
I mean that makes sense because you can just do like the Star Wars EU and just have everything with Mandalorian after Return of the Jedi with Boba Fett. And you just kind of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie takes it into a different direction and kind of bypasses the Force Awakens, the Last Jedi, and Revenge of the Sith.
Wars one. Being a big Star Wars nerd, I would have a field day. So yeah, I am very excited to do a Star Wars one.
You would not like my Last Jedi takes. I think you'd probably disconnect. I don't mind 7, 8, 9. I don't mind it.
I mean, there's bits and pieces, It's like going to a buffet and I'm like, I don't like this, but I do love their macaroni. I love their green beans. I don't like their chicken. I don't like this. So there's, yeah, I have nothing else on Last Stand. I mean, I just don't have. I would not tell you. I don't think I've ever seen it since it was in theaters.
I think just the fight scenes with all the mutants, having the Brotherhood take on is crazy. A lot of people perish, and the final, between Logan and Jean Grey is Futures Past doesn't reset this whole universe. I think it's still worth the watch, and I think it's hot take. Part 3 is better than Part 1, in my opinion.
For what?
X-Men 3 is better than X-Men 1.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
By a long shot.
Yeah, by a long shot. Because the evolution of the characters have peaked, but it's cinematic enough to know.
I mean, I haven't read a lot of X-Men, like single stuff, but yeah, I haven't really read the Dark Phoenix. I don't know if I want to. I guess we'll do like a kind of like. I guess when we get to that point where we're done talking about this X-Men and going forward, when we get to that point of the live where we're talking about, I'm ready to move on to X-Men Origins, which is definitely, I would probably rather watch X-Men Origins more than X-Men 3. How much I hate even X-Men Origins, so.
All right, what's wrong with X-Men Origins? I'll let you lead off, and you.
I don't mind it over X-Men 3. I would rather watch that than So X-Men Origins came out May 1st, 2009. Had a budget of $150 million, and it went on to gross like 373. So it was successful. So, it was directed by.
Okay.
And then the music, Harry Gregson Williams, who did Armageddon, Deja Vu, The Rock, and I will say Do you like Liev Schreiber's Liev Schreiber's Sabretooth over Tyler Mane?
I do. Lee Schreiber's a far more superior actor, and I just think their on-screen chemistry really worked.
Do you like the look better for like Tyler Mane over Lee Schreiber's Wolverine? Or I keep saying Wolverine, Sabretooth. Do you prefer, in a sense,
Huh?
you know?
Yeah. But I'm not one to tone down the look of somebody, because I still think he has the voice, he has the growl, he has the teeth, the special effects with his hands and the nails growing. I don't mind this new nuanced look of Sabretooth.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hate Lee Schreiber. I really like Danny Houston as the younger William Stryker. Because, I mean, I liked him from 30 Days a Night. So, I do like... I think he kind of... in him. In Danny Houston's version of William Stryker.
Oh no, I think he's but he had a decent role. I know he was one of the antagonists for the Crow movie, the 2024, and I thought he was really good in it. Mm-hmm. He was also the bad guy. Wasn't he the bad guy in Naked Gun, the remake?
I don't know. I didn't see the new one.
Oh, you didn't see the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the...
That was funny. It was funny. Oh my god, it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah. Did it feel like, kind of like, in a sense, like the original in a way, or did it just feel like big one, Ryan Reynolds is Wade Wilson? Oh my good Lord almighty.
That's my only complaint of the movie.
And I actually liked Taylor Keach as Gambit. I didn't mind it. Like, I wish it had his look more. I don't remember, like, you know, rage hating him as...
Again, the accent wasn't there. He didn't have that Cajun accent.
Yeah.
That was my only problem with it.
Yeah. But we got that fixed. Though.
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Gambit forever.
Yeah. Oh my god. Let's see, what else do I have? I don't think I have much for my notes. I know
Was there? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I know Len Wiseman wanted to direct it. The guy who did all the Underworld movies. But did you know that going back to Last Stand? Did you know Zack Snyder was approached to direct Last Stand?
Ooh.
But Stand movie would have been like with Zack Snyder. I think it would have been better. Because I didn't even get to say anything about Brett Ratner. Brett Ratner needs to stick to like just doing Rush Hour movies and never direct. I remember on on social media, whatever, I remembered saying that Brett Ratner doesn't deserve to direct another movie ever again after directing Last Stand. That's how much I hated that movie.
But honestly, how many times have you seen it?
Once. Maybe once.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go.
I might go back and rewatch it, and then maybe I'll be like, Oh, speak of the devil, thinking of a movie that was like fucking dog shit. Annihilation with Natalie Portman. I was just flipping through the channels, obviously just, to find something that's background noise or just have on, but anyway.
I've never seen it.
I think the second time I came around a little bit on it, I was like, okay, kind of interesting, kind of weird, but yeah, I just something about it, screwing up Wade Wilson. I mean, the Wolverine stuff was cool. Obviously my favorite scene. He comes out and he's just yelling.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Agent Zero's like Agent Zero.
Helicopter scene was kind of cool too, where he like slid and it just like I thought that was kind of cool. The motorcycle, I think it was.
Did you know that Chris? Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
If that sets into emotion.
Yeah. Oh my god. So, man, I mean, is there anything else like? I mean, for like, I remember real quick. I remember my daughter's aunt giving me a bootleg DVD of the movie without the special effects.
Oh, I watched. I was gonna say that I saw a bootleg. Dude. Without the and it was I mean, it was so bad, but it was satisfying to watch and know that. Oh my
man! Oh, that yeah.
I mean, again, I love the Stryker character. I thought, him wanting to. Wraith, Will.i.am as Wraith was good. I thought, Sabretooth, Leaf Schreiber was great. I thought Agent Zero, underrated character, no one really talks about. He's kind of like he's kind of like the Hawkeye, but with a gun. So like, I think his interactions with Wolverine were great. I thought it was funny with the couple at the barn. Here, put this on. You might give the missus a heart attack. Like that joke was funny. Like I don't know, when he woke up in the barn.
Oh yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But I remember when they started making these origin movies, that the next one they were making was going to be called what, X-Men Origins of Magneto. Dedicated to Magneto.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would have loved that. I honestly would have loved that. I mean, because Magneto is my favorite Marvel villain of all time. So yeah, I would have loved that so much. I remember, like, also, I think when I first saw it, I think I was like, this isn't bad. I kind of enjoyed it. But then, like, as I got older, I was like, man, I want to coming out of the theater of X-Men Origins, like, dude, no, this sucked. What's wrong with you? But
it's so bad. No way.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be fun to go back to when I get there, when I get through all the MCU movies, and I'm going to go straight to the X-Men movies and just
yeah.
I was just thinking before I get into, like, some stuff, it was just like, I think they got the cast right. I was like, there's no way they could do it. And Fassbender as Magneto and Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. I was like, wow. And I really liked January Jones as Emma Frost.
Oh, I was telling you the other night when I was watching it that oh my god, January Emma Frost. Oh, she's so hot. I'm sorry.
Kevin Bacon
So
was
hot.
great.
Yep.
Like Ezekiel, like it was just so fantastic. And then the scene, the beginning at the concentration camp is just like, oh my god, it's just yeah.
Oh yeah, when he's in there and Sebastian Shaw is in that little room and he's got Magneto's mom and he's forcing them to like bring his power out and then finally it takes for Shaw to unalive his mom for him to really go crazy. He's just sitting there screaming, you felt that. You felt that.
Yep. $160 million budget and it did 352. So I mean, still successful. Matthew Vaughn, oh my god, fantastic director. I love Matthew Vaughn. He's I would love to see him direct X-Men movies. I would love to see him do another comic book movie. I think he did a great job with it.
It wouldn't be too far fetched to see him come back for the Mutant Saga.
Yeah. Bryan Singer did write it with Sheldon Turner, and Henry Jackman did the score, which he's done so many comic book movies. He's done Kick-Ass and Winter Soldier and Civil War. I really like Henry Jackman as a composer. Let's see. I mean, yeah, just like I said, just like Jerry Jones, Kevin Bacon, Nicholas Hoult, just didn't have the time or money to make it work. So he was going to be involved in the movie, but it is just fantastic. Like how Magneto, it was basically, it was basically the prequels.
Yep.
It was like brings Eric under his wing, and then everything's good, and then it just takes something for him just to, like at the end.
Yeah,
I get a shout out Rose Byrne. She was great too as McTaggart, too. Rose Byrne. But yeah, it's a fantastic movie. No, so I saw that cigar. I knew man, our whole theater flipped out. Knew exactly what that was. Oh man.
And that wasn't. I guess what I read is that scene was all improvised. Like it was not even like it wasn't something that was scripted. So those were Fassbender's and McAvoy's like genuine reactions to that. And then Jackman just said, "Go fuck yourself," and their reaction that was their reaction. Like it was just filmed that way naturally, like a one take.
Yeah.
No, but them going to like each place and gathering the first iteration of the X-Men was I love Zazie Betts. I think she's or not Zazie Betts. Oh my god, Kravitz.
Holy Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, well, I don't know why I said Zazie Betts. I'm thinking of Deadpool. But Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Zoe Kravitz. Oh my god, she's an underrated. She's
I forgot she was even in that movie.
Yeah. Well, the other angel.
What's my favorite scene? What's your favorite scene in First Class?
I think it's the end with Magneto, and he catches all those missiles and stuff coming towards the beach, and they're all there, and he just kind of just like puts his arm up and just, and they all, oh, that was, I don't know. I just love when Magneto just does that shit. Like it's just, I don't know. I love seeing it, and he captured that Ian McKellen magic that we saw in previous X-Men films. Like I don't know, that was a good scene.
Yeah, I think my two favorite would be the beginning and the end, where it's like the concentration camp and he's pulling the fence and everybody's like, whoa, what the hell? Like that's such an intense scene. And then where he comes in, his full on, not comic book accurate, but somewhat. And he's like, no, I'm Magneto. And he breaks out him across. So I love that. I love that scene. Where he comes in.
Yeah, she's like, Eric, I believe, and he's like, I prefer Magneto.
Like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like it's that for me is like, for me that's a perfect movie. I think that's a perfect. I love the scene too where he's like, don't antagonize me. So, but
I mean, I wouldn't.
There's if we're not including the Deadpool movies, I feel like there's two. I think First Class for me, First Class really took I got nothing else really much on First Class that I just love, their younger selves. Do you like?
Yeah, it was still crazy at the end though. I remember first watching it, and then
yeah. Do you like the whole thing with like Mystique? Kind of like a thing, but
were they really a thing now? I don't know if they were a thing.
Like
they were kind of
kind of like in the movie where they were just kind of like friends, but maybe not a thing. But I think maybe like she kind of liked, maybe, I don't know. But did you like how they did with Mystique? With
I thought the weirdest line of the movie was towards the end after Magneto talks to Mystique and says you need to be your true self, and then she's in her true blue form, and then McAvoy turns around, he's like and then she says the weirdest shit. Oh, it didn't bother you when I was a little girl. Like, what the hell was that? I thought that was weird because it's like saying you like looking at me when I was a little girl naked, but you don't like looking at me now. It's like I thought that was a weird line. That was a weird line. I cringed at that line for some reason. I go back and I'm like, I remember the opening to the movie with that part, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, she was blue and she was a kid in that movie. Like it was like, oh, that's weird. And then I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. I did like it when they had the Rebecca Romaine Stamos little cameo. Mm-hmm. That was cool. That was a good nod to the original. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But they're dynamic. It was, I don't know. It didn't really make me hate it or love it anymore. I much prefer Magneto's relationship with Mystique than McAvoy's.
Yeah. Let's see. What year was that? Let me make sure that was
2011, right?
Yeah, 2011. So they were on 2013, the Wolverine. July 26th. It was a late birthday gift for me. $120 million budget, and it did $414 million at the box office. James Mangold is a really, really good director. I like him. I think he did a great job with the Wolverine. Um. Oh, I love it. Like in the comics, like the whole. I was so. I was like, yes, they're finally doing the whole Japanese him in Japan thing. Another composer I really like, Marco Beltrami, who did Quiet Place. He did World War Z score. It was written by Mark Bombach and Scott Frank. Hugh Jackman insisted, like, I don't know if it was talking to the actor, but he was insisted that the wrestler in Japan, he was going to cross paths with Fred Dukes again.
Oh wow.
So Blob was going to be in the Wolverine. So wait, what was the one where? When did the Blob appear? Oh, it's X-Men Origins. Here he's like, I didn't say. I
Yeah.
gotta go back. One of the best. He was like, I didn't say Blob. I said Bub.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said Bub. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I love the Wolverine and Mariko storyline, like stuff from the comics. Like that was like fantastic. I mean, but I'm just saying, like that's just a important part of Wolverine's life. It's him, Japan, Mariko, you know. And they tried to work with Japan with Wolverine, with Logan.
Really?
Yeah, so they tried to work Rogan to that movie. And Guillermo del Toro was in talks to direct the Wolverine
Oof.
early on because he said that was his favorite Wolverine story from the comics was him in Japan with Mirako. See, like it's just like it's just a fantastic story, but that would have been wild, like a Del Toro Wolverine movie.
Wasn't I thought Aronofsky, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Aronofsky,
yeah,
wasn't he supposed to direct it? And then
yeah. He was like
he
rumored too.
yeah.
And also I mean, fantastic director, or not? Sorry, not director. Fantastic actor Hiroyuki Sanada as Yoshida. Like I love Sanada. I don't think it's for everybody, but I loved oh god. I just oh god. What was the show he was in? Oh fuck. It's on the tip of my tongue. It was on FX. Fuck. Oh
I
my
don't know.
god. The famous book, Japanese, and it had he was in it. Oh god. Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue. I can't even say it. The samurai, not samurai show, but it was took in Japan. It was on FX. Why can't I think of it? This is gonna bug me. I've got to Google it.
Did it come out before the Wolverine or?
I know it's on the tip of my tongue. I know I'm thinking about it. Shogun.
Oh.
Oh, Shogun. Yes, that's it. I knew I was going to remember it. I was like, how the fuck am I forgetting that show? It was fantastic, but there wasn't a lot of action. There wasn't, it was just the dialogue between the characters was just so interesting. It's almost like Oppenheimer, you know. It's just the dialogue was just so interesting. So,
Mhm.
and I also really loved Rila Fukushima as Yukio too, where she's just like, I had this vision of you dying, and I was just like, oh my god. Now going back and my one, like, Viper felt like, I don't know, Viper felt out of place.
She was
in a
badass though.
And I felt like they really did Silver Samurai dirty. Like, I just feel like he's such a iconic character from the done. Like, yeah, I don't think it was very well done. I just, it was kind of almost like Carnage. Like, I wanted more. I wanted it, you know, something different about it. Like I feel like he should have been. Like, I really wanted like two big giant fight scenes with the Silver Samurai.
Yeah, plus he was kind of like, I don't know, the look of it. I don't know. I just didn't like
Yeah,
the fights. I didn't like the fight scenes between him and Wolverine.
yeah. It was Samurai. Yeah, Silver Samurai was like almost like a robot. Like it was in a transformer or something. And it was like, no,
Like a mech, like a mech, like a mech suit, like a mech suit.
Dude, I'm just like, this is not Silver Samurai.
And they kind of hyped up Silver Samurai too. They kind of hyped this movie up a little bit.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun to go back because I mean, early on I would say I don't know if I give a movie 10 out of 10. Do I still say it's a perfect movie? But it's still an epic, fantastic movie. It's a 10 out of 10. Just because I say it's an epic, fantastic movie, I don't know if I still say it's a perfect movie, but it's a fantastic movie. I think there might be a difference, even though I give a movie a 10 out of 10, like five, like, you know, when I say, oh, this is epic, fantastic, you know, I feel like some movies get the perfect movie title, but I think a movie could still be fantastic and not be, you know.
I watched a perfect movie tonight before the Notre Dame game. I watched Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption was on TV.
Perfect.
Perfect movie.
That's a
perfect movie. Perfect movie.
Green Mile's a perfect movie.
Ah, I don't know.
Really?
The Departed is a perfect movie to me.
I gotta rewatch that. Like Inception, like I did not hated Inception when I first saw it. Because I was just kind of like, what the fuck did I just even watch? But I went back to it like a couple years ago and rewatched it, and I was like, you know what? This is actually not bad.
But you want to know what a perfect X-Men movie is, though?
Is it one we talked about already?
One that's coming up next.
Oh gosh, I think I know what it is too.
Came out in 2014. That's our next movie. Unless you got something else to talk about the Wolverine.
Oh, probably my I mean, I think I have two. I love the scene where the USA is dropping the bomb on Hiroshima, and then he goes in and protects. Or that scene is crazy. But I also love when he's like running or he's trying to get to, you know, and they're all shooting him with the arrows.
I think my favorite scene is the post-credit scene with her with you. Such a tease.
I think the Wolverine might have one of the greatest after credit scenes of all times. I think it's up there. Yep. I think, dude, our theater lost my mind. Our theater lost their mind. I would just go into the theater just to watch after credits scene, to watch people's reaction. I still feel like it is one of my favorite all-time after Marvel anything. It's just when you see it and you see Magneto behind him, I was just like, oh, just like in our theater. He's like, how? What?
That's because there was an unreleased scene from X-Men 3 that came out that the whole scene where
Yeah.
There's like, I guess it's like his brother, right? Then he moved his consciousness into his brother or something, right?
Something, yeah. But yeah, with the suit, the yellow suit. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, the Wolverine is yeah. Man, that's what I got all on. Some of them I got a lot of stuff, and some I don't really have too much.
Yeah.
Days of Futures Past.
Days of Futures Past.
Yes. Oh my god. Perfect. It's like, you know what? Perfect. Down to the last detail. It's oh god. I could talk 2 hours about X-Men. Remake has got to blow me out of the water to beat Days of Futures Past. But I think it came out around Memorial Day on the 23rd of 2014. Had a budget of $205 million and crushed at the box office. $746 million worldwide. Monster.
Yeah, it killed.
Monster. Because it's an iconic story. It is probably right up there, maybe better than the Dark Phoenix, the Phoenix storyline. X-Men Days of Future Past is right up there from the great Chris Claremont. I was just so honored to. Bryan Singer came back to direct. And John Ottman did the score. It was written by Jane Goldman, and then Simon Kinberg, all set ready to come back to direct, but he went to did Kingsman: The Secret Service, unfortunately. So,
and one of the best Fantastic Fours, he did the 2015 Fantastic Four.
Oh god! Oh my god!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
God. This is a really interesting quote. Matthew Vaughn said, "Hollywood doesn't understand pacing. The executives are doing 100 miles per hour while looking back at the rearview mirror and asking why they crashed." Because let me see if I have it written down. And it was going to be set in the I think the 70s with a younger Wolverine. He was going to have Tom Hardy play as Wolverine as like a younger version. And it would have involved like Magneto and stuff, you know. He was going to show him how Wolverine joined the X-Men. Basically, or get everybody together, you know, something like that. So, and then he said his third movie was going to be X-Men Days of Futures Past.
Wow.
So, it would have been interesting to see what he would have done.
But I don't know if we were going to be ready for that, because we just had the Origins movie for Wolverine. Then we had the First Class, which pretty much had the Magneto origin. It's like, what? I don't know. I feel like you could. I mean, I get it not rushing a storyline, but sometimes if you milk a storyline, it can also kill that story. I don't know if it would have. I don't know how much. I don't know if I agree with telling a story over two movies though. And then
Yeah.
I think I think maybe the Dark Thinks you could tell over two movies because it's a big enough storyline. Maybe you could focus on that, but like I don't know. It's interesting. It's just
Yeah.
it's the what ifs. It's the what ifs. We
Yeah.
don't know.
And then I guess early on, and I don't know if this is, I can't remember if this was what Matthew Vaughn's movie was going to be like, or if it was going to be Bryan Singer's. But Bishop and Cable was in the early drafts. Like they were both going to be in it, and Rachel Summers was going to send back Wolverine, not Kitty Pryde.
Mm-hmm.
Juggernaut, Jubilee, Nightcrawler, and Psylocke was all going to be in X-Men Days of Futures Past. So that would have been already stacked already. I mean, geez, the amount of people. But I feel like X-Men Days of Futures Past is almost like the Civil War of X-Men movies. So, I mean, I guess if they could have done it, right? Maybe they could have done it.
I still like this movie though. I don't know. I think it was fun to finally see Bishop on the live screen. It was fun to, although people hated the look, to see a Sentinel. To see a Sentinel on live action.
Yeah.
Um,
At least the Sentinel from the 70s version, because the one from the future was terrible. But like the one that was like at the White House, and then obviously dude, that is so awesome. Like I love it.
I think he steals a scene in every movie that he's in with his with song and what he does. It's just it's so good, and he's fabulous in it.
I think it kind of substance or something in a way. That's why I'm kind of intrigued about it. Was that
they're showing a younger Striker, and then you have a Mystique who's disguising herself as like the captain or general or whatever he is in the army, and they go and they see Havoc, and you see like a comic accurate Toad, and I think his name is Ink. He's got like the coils on his skin, like that whole scene when I
forgot about that. Man,
that was such a good. Yeah, that's such a good scene.
Yeah. And then
because I don't know, they just nailed it with every Striker casting. The Josh Hellman, great casting for the younger Striker. Looks just like him. I don't know.
And then Peter Dinklage as Trask, Bolivar Trask. It's a perfect comic. It's a perfect movie. Just love everything about that movie from beginning to end. It's just so good. It's just
that beginning scene might be one of the.
And that too. It's Colossus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. Warpaths, Sunspot, Blink. I mean, you finally get Sunspot.
Yep. And then is it the after credits scene with Rogue? Or no, wait, I got the Rogue cut. I have got the Rogue cut edition. I forgot. I have that edition where they included Rogue. Because they did did they do a special re-release or something and included that in the movie on
Yeah.
Blu-ray? Yeah. But I don't think I don't know. I don't know what else left on X-Men Days of Future Past to say. It's just awesome. I love when he just his conscious wakes up in the bed. Like Wolverine, he's just like, what is happening?
You like the setup for Apocalypse?
Before I knew what was actually gonna happen with it, yeah. I mean, May 27, 2016, $178 million budget.
Well, Deadpool came out. Deadpool technically came out before then, but right?
Oh, did it? Oh, I think Deadpool came out after. Because it came out in July.
Deadpool? I thought Deadpool came out in February.
Oh, did it?
I could have swore it came out in February. I could be wrong. I thought I saw it.
Hang on real quick.
In February.
Hang on real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah.
Only reason I know that is because my girlfriend at the time got. But it's my son, and
yeah,
it's my son, and he loves Deadpool, and we wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I remember there was constant arguments.
Oh yeah, Deadpool. Oh my god. I remember hilarious. Oh my god, the whole Angel in the Morning. So many iconic scenes. But I think the opening to that, the 12 bullets. Oh my gosh. It's just, dude. And
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
I wish him and Ryan Reynolds would have got along because I really like Tim Miller, what he did with Deadpool as a director. And I don't know. I like Tim Miller. And the writing was awesome with Rit Reese and Paul Waters. Oh my god.
I think at the time it was the highest grossing R-rated movie.
Mm-hmm. Like he was great. TJ
Francis.
Miller was I really like TJ Miller in it.
Yep.
And Brianna Hilbrand. And then Junkie XL doing the score. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Gina Carano was Angel Dust. That was
Angel Dust. Like, yeah. It was nominated for 4 Critic Choice Awards. And it won 2. Or I think it won 2 out of the 4. It won Best Comedy and a Best Movie, a Best Comedy or Musical. And then Ryan Reynolds won for Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical.
It was just so many quotes.
For Best Action Movie and Best Actor in a Movie, an action movie, but it didn't win any. It got nominated for 2 Golden Globes for Best Picture in a Comedy and Best Action or Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical, but it didn't win. I don't remember what it won, but I think I was mad that it didn't win.
One line was like, "I'll take a foot long fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
When
Yeah.
he's talking to he's like, hey, the
Yeah.
dude that tries to recruit him. Oh my god!
Yeah. Robert.
And that would have been a really interesting take on it, because his directing style is really cinematic. I don't know, something about Robert Rodriguez films.
You
That
think
would
it
have been
would have been
interesting.
just as good?
Oof. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cable almost appeared in the first movie. Um, I, you know what? I think Ryan Reynolds, yeah, he might be. I think he's a good person at all. You know,
Why would you think he's a bad person?
a lot of people said, I don't know, like he probably his attitude or something. I don't know, but Fox was unwilling to pay Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick to be on the set every day. So did you know that Ryan Reynolds paid their salary?
Oh
Like,
wow.
dude, yeah. I'm like, what? I mean, just amazing. Let me make sure I didn't have another side note for Deadpool. No, I don't think I did. Okay. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know how many times I saw it in theaters. I think I've maybe only seen it twice or 2 or 3 times, but and I guess Ryan Reynolds really fought hard with Fox to get an accurate comic book suit.
Yeah, like I said, we talked about this earlier, but that release. Oh my
Mhm.
god, I must have watched that 1,000 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just kept watching it over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back and
Like
watch
I,
it on YouTube.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that happened. And
Mhm.
I know people again shit on Ryan Reynolds in the role. This just says. I mean, it's whatever. I don't think you can replace Deadpool. I think if you're just not going to do the character anymore, you're just not going to recast. I don't think you can
Yeah.
recast Deadpool.
I think I love that. I'm gonna keep saying Deadpool, but Deadpool is just because they nailed the character. That's how he is in the comics.
Yep. No, I was. Oh my god, I don't know. I was just like a kid in a candy store when it came out. Like I just remember
Yeah.
just being excited and having everything Deadpool. Like I'm gonna have to take a picture of my I keep saying Deadpool now. My Deadpool collection and show you what I have. I have so much at every little figure.
I would
I
wish you would get some
I
comics. I would send you some comics or something.
mhm.
The Deadpool collection. I don't think I can't. I think I got it from the library. Oh, excuse me, the library, and it was just like basic. The whole first like 30 pages. It's just Wolverine and Deadpool like running around the city like just causing havoc. There's one point where it's awesome. It's just Wolverine's in a restaurant and you see just Deadpool with like a bomb trigger and he's like, "Gotcha, bitch." And it's like blows the whole restaurant up with Wolverine inside.
Did you ever play the first Deadpool,
Mm-mm.
the
Nope, never
Deadpool game that
played it.
came out?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, so
Voiced by the
funny,
great
so
Nolan
funny.
North on PS3.
Oh, so good. I had it for Xbox,
Oh, okay.
but it was so good. Oh, that was a fun game. Oh, this is to me. This is probably
Perfect movie.
until a perfect movie until Days of Future Past came out. That was the perfect movie at the time, and then when this came out, this just I don't know for them to also make fun of the origins Deadpool that character he played in the movie to have that little figure in the movie. I thought that was a fuck you. You muted me in the first movie. Now I'm this character. I'm gonna says what he wants to say, and who cares?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't talk. I can't keep talking. The Deadpool is just a great franchise.
Yeah, it is this. It's just yeah. It's just yeah. I love it. The jokes, everything, fourth wall breaking, everything, just everything about it is just
Even the fight scene at the end was a good fight scene between
yeah,
him and Ajax. That was a.
yeah,
And then did you know? I mean, obviously but they were fighting on an old shield carrier, like the old
yeah, yep.
when he appeared. Because I don't think he's going to be in Doomsday, but I do think he'll be in Secret Wars. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he showed up in Doomsday.
Yeah. All right. Well, then X-Men Apocalypse came out in May.
Yep.
May 27th, 2016 had a budget of 178 and it did 534 million and directed by Bryan Singer and Simon Kinberg wrote it and John Ottman did the music. Also, they were considering in the early script of having a younger Gambit and Nightcrawler. Oh wait, wasn't Nightcrawler in there? Yeah, I don't know why he said. Yeah, it was like younger Gambit. I don't know why, but anyway, I love Olivia Munn as Psylocke. Like I love that character. Like she nailed it. The costume, everything. And then I think Alexandra's ship was a perfect storm.
Yep.
She
No
did.
pun intended.
Yeah, she was great. She was great. Then you got Oscar Isaac, who played Apocalypse, which nothing gets him, but man, it is like the Timo version of Apocalypse. Man, if they would have nailed the look of Apocalypse, like I mean, just nailed it. Like nailed it from the 90s anime series. I honestly would think that Apocalypse might have been my second favorite Wolverine movie.
So do you think because they went practical with the costume, it kind of hurt them?
Ruined it.
Yeah.
But I will say that it every time I watch it, it grows on me. It grows on me a little bit. The score is fantastic. I've got that on CD, the Apocalypse score. It's a great score. But yeah, I just don't like the suit. They just ruined Apocalypse. So I'm praying, like how they screwed up, like Galactus. They got Galactus right, in the MCU. And I hope they do that with Apocalypse when they eventually do Apocalypse again, because I know they're going to end up doing Apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have mocap for it. It's gonna be similar to how they did like Abomination or like how they do the Hulk. It's just gonna be all, motion capture. And I can't. It's just this. Who's gonna be the voice? You gotta get the right voice for Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I think the part. I think it just sucks because again, Magneto has to suffer again more tragedy when his family gets unalived. Oh my god, it's such a effed up scene. Like you just feel for him because this guy is, you can see he's trying to like be like a good guy, but he's really not a good guy. He's trying to like fit in. It's always a death that makes him turn because after that point he kind of, until he has a switch at the end. But again, watching him break down and have another moment like that is very similar to like the First Class scene.
Yeah.
But I like the Four Horsemen. I like the Angel. I like the Angel transformation when he like went from like regular wings and they were like turned into like a metal, like a metallic, cybernetic set of wings. I thought that was cool. They nailed Angel. I think they nailed Angel.
And then you have Quicksilver, Sweet Dreams by the Remix. Oh my god. Nailed the costume too. Like, I love cosplaying as... I got everything exact. I got the gray wig, I got the goggles, I got the rush shirt, I got the jacket. I ordered silver pants from Russia, from a disco dance club. Like, it's just pure silver. And I got silver Pumas. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite cosplays, except for the 90s animated Wolverine cosplay that I got. But that scene is just fantastic. I don't think it's... obviously I'll talk about it on TikTok when I do watch it and review it, but I don't know. Like, I don't hate it. Like I said, it grows on me. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It looks great. Psylocke, I can't believe Aaron Rodgers let her go. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he was actually dating Olivia Munn for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were together for quite some time. I want to say
wow,
3-4 years while he was with Green Bay, obviously, and yeah, they were dating, and I want to say they were almost going to get engaged.
Wow, damn! Did I know that?
Yeah.
So then we got Deadpool 2, May 18, 2018. It came out.
Logan came out 2017.
Logan. Oh, Logan.
I know you don't like I know you don't like that movie.
Oh, I overskipped. I knew I was going to overskip something because I was thinking Dark Phoenix, because I wanted to go right in there thinking of a movie that's bad.
Oh my god, stop it. I just watched it. Just watched.
James Mann, X-23, awesome. I do admit X-23 was awesome. I love that character. But seeing the shadow of Wolverine's former self, it's like, oh, that's rough. Magneto having not amnesia, but like
like dementia.
And knowing that, you know, he killed all the X-Men. One thing I always take away from that, like James Mangold said, they own character. I think he
Now,
said
is that from the comics? Because or did they die, or did
Marvel Universe? I mean, there's that.
I know that one. I know that, but remember the scene where?
I don't know. But anyway, that would have been like an Order 66. Oh my god, that would have been just like even heartbreaking as it already is. Yeah, it's just so it's depressing. It's so depressing. I hated the clone, like that clone Wolverine. I was just like, what is this?
Oh, I don't mind it. Oh, just before we go any further, we forgot to talk about the Apocalypse end credit scene with this blue ball movement.
Oh, I'm so tired of him being teased. I was like, my god. Can we not like have him in a movie?
It's not that hard. I don't.
I'm like I don't understand that. Like I don't.
I guess I'll say this: it's better not to waste them and run them now. Because I think Disney and Marvel MCU will really do Mr. Sinister justice. I feel like we're gonna get a good version that we never got, and because he is a main guy in a lot of X-Men storylines. So I hope we see him. but yeah, getting back to Logan though, like, can you imagine the scene where, you know, Charles has his panic attack or whatever he goes through, and then you just see the X-Men just exploding one by one, just materializing into nothing. That would have been Jean Grey did the same thing. So I mean, I don't know.
Did Psylocke come back? But it wasn't Olivia Munn. Wait, did she come back? No, she wasn't in that.
Oh, I can't think of his name. Callisto. Yeah, because he was in Apocalypse, but it was a different actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Caliban, not Callisto. Caliban, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna. Ooh, that's a rough one. I don't know if I could sit through and watch Logan. It's just, I might have to skip that one. I don't know. It's just, man.
I still say it's the second best comic book movie ever.
That's a hot take. Oof.
Man of Steel being number 1 and Logan being number 2.
Wow. I mean, I love Man of Steel, but yeah, I mean, I got none left on Logan except for like, was there an after credit scene for Logan?
No, it just ended with the grave with the X. Kids walking up. Yeah, there was.
Oh boy. So we got Dark Phoenix. I mean, Kim Bird, who also wrote it. It was crazy. Hans Zimmer did the score of all the X-Men movies. Why Dark Phoenix? Like, that just is so odd. Finally, an X-Men movie.
Does that make and that doesn't change your perception of the movie?
I mean, Hans Zimmer, but it's still like, it's. I mean, I love Hans Zimmer, but that's like there was no like it's still you know the budget was 200 million, and it only grossed 252. It was a box office failure. Um, man, finally an X-Men movie to lose money, and I mean, I remember people online just trashing that. I mean, I trashed it too, but there was people just hardcore trashing it. It lost $133 million. It's one of the biggest box office bombs of all time. Um, let's see, what are some. In the original script in Dark Phoenix, Emma Frost was going to come back.
I would have liked that.
And the Skrulls was the main villains. I remember hearing about that because it was just they couldn't use like Super Skrull or something. It was weird. Like Fox and Marvel, had both controls of the Skrulls. And my other note is Olivia Munn was going to return as Psylocke, but she was filming The Predator. So she did not return for that. And it was, oh man. Oh, that was a rough one.
See, and again, I think maybe because I just watched it that I have a different take. Like, I did not mind Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. I think Jessica Chastain, who is another Fox. I mean, her character, was it Vuk or something like that? Perfect. The Dabari. I don't know. Again, I think if you watch it more than just once or even twice, but you wait a little bit and let that bad image get out of your head, and then you just go into it again. I think you may have a slightly better opinion about this. Again, visually wasn't bad. I think maybe they rushed it. Again, I think they just rushed this film out.
One thing, Simon Kinberg should have never directed it. Like he's not like Brett Ratner bad, but he like stick to producing and writing. Like Simon Kinberg, oh my god, like oh god, it was. And I think I remember that Simon Kinberg really did not want to direct this movie, but Jennifer Lawrence kept pushing for Simon Kinberg. And I remember a lot of people, and I didn't say this, but I know a lot of people said that Jennifer Lawrence really phoned her performance in Dark Phoenix. I think isn't where didn't Mystique die in this? Like Jean Grey killed Mystique?
Yeah, Jean Grey killed Mystique, yeah.
Oh my god. Like I remember that scene. I was just like, wow, really? I just feel like I don't think Sophie Turner is a good actress at all.
Oh my god. You're gonna say that you're not gonna go watch Laura Croft because it's Sophie Turner. Stop it.
Probably.
Stop it. You're killing me. You're killing me because she looks the part. She looks the part.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're going with the old. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I love it. I'll go see it. I'll end up going see it, obviously. But I wish they would have just kept the Alicia Vikander I thought she looked fantastic as the rebooted. I'm gonna come out of it and be like, you know what? This was awesome. This was fantastic. This is like more like the older ones. I did like the first Angelina Jolie one, but I did the second one was not good at all. But I did really like the original Lara Croft one.
Mhm.
So, but I just never been so glad to leave a theater after watching that movie. And I don't know if, I mean, we could talk about it. I mean, I'm getting kind of tired, but watching a car wreck over and over and over. It's, you know,
So then,
but
what do you think? So what do you think of the reports that Sadie Sink is playing? May? Obviously, she'll be the MCU Jean Grey, because there's no way you're going to recast unless it's going to be an
I don't hate it.
older version.
I
Okay.
don't hate it.
Well, she's just as good looking as Sophie Turner. I mean, they're both redheads. They're
mhm.
both similar in shape
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I think
age at the time of
looks
doing the
alright.
show.
Yeah, I think she storyline is a major one, but I think if they're going to do it again for a third time, they should do it with Rachel Summers. I feel like they should switch it up and have her get the Phoenix Force, like in the comics, instead of Jean Grey. So,
That was another theory, that Sadie Sink was playing. I don't know. The Brand New Day is going to be. It's going to be bigger than what people think. I know
Yeah.
we're kind of going off to the
My
X Men,
most
but I think Brand New. Yeah.
yeah, it's my most anticipated movie. I will go on a limb. I will say I will have Spider-Man ranked higher than Doomsday. I could be wrong. I could
Oof.
have Doomsday, but I just feel like and we could just talk about Marvel. We might have to do that as a separate day. Just stick with X-Men because we'll have to
Yeah.
revisit Marvel again, just talking the whole MCU. But yeah, I think I'm so excited to see it finally a comic in that blue.
I'm curious. I'm interested to see if we're going to see Man Spider, because that's a rumor
Mm.
that Tom Holland's gonna have extra, like, 4 legs or whatever, extra legs. Like, that's gonna be wild. That's gonna be wild to see on big screen. I don't know. Like,
Do you feel like Miles gets introduced or no? Or are we still way off from Miles Morales?
we're not gonna see Miles Morales until at least after the last
Secret Wars?
the last Spider-Man animated movie that's coming out. We're not going to see live action Miles until after that.
I've been
I
saying
think
this for the longest time that he's going to go into the live action verse.
that I was just going to say, and at that movie, him going into him waking up in the live action,
Yeah.
and
Or
being
it's
like
gonna be him traveling
what?
through the Spider Verse, and he for a second he died. Right, comes to live action New York, and
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
They kind of already teased it, though, with Donald Glover and Prowler. They kind of showed,
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. And then we got May 18th, 2018, Deadpool 2 came out. Directed by David Leitch, who worked on the John Wick movies. Had a budget of 110 million, $785 at the box office. God, Deadpool is so profitable.
Yeah.
Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, Came back, obviously, the right. Tyler Bates, who did Dawn of the Dead and 300, did the score, which I like Tyler Bates as a composer. I love. I am going to chop up his last name. Stefan Kapicic, who voiced Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, so good. Finally got a good Colossus. And then Josh Brolin is Cable, and Zazie Beetz is Domino. There was no, I don't have much for Deadpool 2, but also early considerations for Domino was Mary Elizabeth Winstead,
Okay.
Sienna Miller, Ruby Rose, and Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza actually auditioned, so I don't see Ruby Rose. I don't see.
Isn't that the chick that played? Was that the Batgirl? Was that her? That's the one that played Batgirl, right?
Yeah,
Batwoman. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. She was also in John Wick 2. I don't know.
Yeah, she was great. She had her character was interesting. I mean, they got the Batwoman costume right. I love the comics, but
their version of X-Force.
dude, it was just so good. Like I said, I thought the PG-13 version was better. I just feel like some of the jokes in the R-rated kind of was like, half as much. I don't think. But we went to didn't he go to the
Oh yeah, and they're like in the room, and he's like, you can't afford more X-Men. It's like you have no money, and then it shows them shows all the X-Men first class. Yeah,
yeah, dude, that's great. Oh my god, fucking loved it.
But just the X-Force people alone. You mean Terry Crews, big name actor. Louis Tan, big name. Bill Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt as Vanisher. I almost choked on my drink because I didn't expect that. That was so hilarious because no one saw that coming. No one had Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2.
Yeah. And then obviously the falling out with T.J. Miller was big.
Well, that wasn't the falling out. That was T.J. Miller said some out of pocket stuff and kind of got himself canceled.
Yeah, he actually called in a bomb threat too. I shouldn't even say
Jesus.
that.
Oh
yeah, I think he got arrested for that.
What? You mean I can't say that on an airplane? Bomb, 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 bomb. Oh my god, meet the fucker or meet the parents. So funny.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, Juggernaut. Oh my god, the scene with the Juggernaut was awesome. That's probably like one of my favorite scenes with Dad, because I'm just like, yes, that's like me. Like, with Juggernaut, it's like, oh. It's like, you're in issue like 235 and finally they got Juggernaut right.
Well, it was Ryan Reynolds that was doing
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh. And Josh Brolin was great as Cable.
A little bit small. I would have probably preferred Stephen Lang, but Josh Brolin wasn't bad.
Yeah. I just was like, the whole thing with Vanessa getting killed was just like, what? I was like, what?
Yeah.
No! And then obviously bringing Vanessa back, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, crazy. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if I think I end up buying the R-rated version. Bought the R-rated version, you know.
So
So
good.
yeah, but I still, like I said, I like the PG-13 better. But oh, I wanted to go back before I forget. I love watching commentaries and how we keep saying Deadpool. The Deadpool commentary is so good. Oh my god, it's fantastic. I don't know if you like listening to commentaries, but
I
it's
do, but I've never watched it with. I have to watch it with the commentary now.
Tim Miller and Ryan Reynolds, and it's um commentary from Ryan Reynolds. Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
Oh, the live pause. That was weird.
Oh, weird. Jeez.
But it's Tim Miller. It's yeah, Rhett Reese or Paul Wernick. I can't remember which writer, and it's Ryan Reynolds, and they're doing commentary in his like family room or his living room.
Oh shoot.
And then at one point, Tim Miller is like, "Wait, what the fuck is that?" Like he leans over and it's from the first Deadpool movie, and he took the unicorn. He's like, "Yeah, I had. You know, I was gonna take a suit. There's no way I was gonna leave. But I had to take the unicorn too." But and it's funny too because he's just like all over the news that because when they filmed that highway scene, he was saying that that was the only road to get through downtown Vancouver. The city of Vancouver wasn't mad at Deadpool. They were mad at Ryan Reynolds for shutting that whole highway down that only lets into the only road that lets into Vancouver. So really good.
I'll have to check it out. I do. I mean,
Yeah.
I have the DVDs, so I'll have to check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I mean, and I got to meet Brianna Hilbrand, which is just like fucking golden. So, I just never will forget that interaction with her. It was the best. Because I got it. I asked for a Deadpool poster, and I don't know because I knew that I just wanted one, or it was because I knew that Brianna Hilbrand was going to be at Comic-Con. But I got no low to me, and it's like the guns by his crotch or whatever.
I have that poster in my living room. It's like the long banner poster. I got it from the movie theater.
Yeah.
Like a vinyl.
And,
It's like a vinyl banner. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish the only thing I wish that I wish she signed Brianna Hilbrand. I wish she would have put Negasonic at least. I wish she would have just signed Negasonic, but she just signed Brianna Hilbrand, and she's like, and I was like, when I walked up to her, I don't know if I told you the story. I probably did. I don't remember,
No.
but I was just like, she's like, hi, and I'm like geeking out, nerd, girl, fangirl. And she's like, who do I make the poster out to? You can put to Shane and stuff. And she's like, oh, cool. And I was like, that's when I should say, oh, could you just put like at least Negasonic? But I was like, hey, can you do a quick quote? She's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, hey, can you just write, hey, douche pool? Because it's like when she tells him, like, hey, douche pool, like, turn around.
Yeah.
And when he was signing it, I said, oh, Ripley from Alien 3. And she put her pen down, like, when she was writing, and she gave me that look and raised her eyebrow, and she goes, fuck, you're old. I was like, oh my god. You said it. And that
That's funny.
Comic Con was like 2017, or was it 2019? I can't. And then I said, I asked her. I said, so I said, what's the story on Deadpool 2? And she's like, well, I haven't read the script yet, but she's like, the FedEx guy should be delivering it to my place like any day. So she's
Oh
like,
wow.
I should be getting the script any day so I can read it. And I was like, yes, let's go. So that was like Easter Sunday. So it was cool. Like we went, like it was the last day, because I think she only had a panel on Sunday. I went to her Q&A, and she had rabbit ears on, like the people, the moderator had Easter. It was Easter Sunday. It was on Easter
Mhm.
Comic Con. So then, like, I don't. As soon as I go in, I line up right up to the microphone. I'll lay down or I'll sit. I'll sit on my butt and like right next to the microphone because I'm asking them a question. But that was just like, yes, Brianna Hilbrand. I don't remember. Oh, what was the one question I said? Um, I said like what? I think I may have said something about Cable and like Ryan Reynolds. I said, what was it like to work with Ryan Cable? And I said two questions. And my other, I said, if you could interact with any X-Men character from the movies, who would you interact with? She's like, oh, Ryan Reynolds was so funny. Like I was laughing nonstop, and it was so hard to film scenes because he would always say shit right before we started to shoot, and I would just have to like try to not laugh.
Hmm.
And she's like, I haven't met Josh Brolin yet, but I'm very excited to meet him. And then she was like, I would love to have a scene with Holly Berry Storm if I could interact. She was like, I would love a scene in the X-Men movie with Holly Berry. And I said, I think it would have been awesome if you would interact with Evan Peters. Would have been cool. So yeah,
Oh
that's what I
yeah.
asked Brianna Hilbrand. Oh my god, dude, I fangirled so hard because I went to his Q&A first before, because he had his Q&A first, and I was in my full-on Spider-Man costume. I'm like, hey, Daredevil, my friend is filming it and just laughing. If I can find the video, I'm gonna send it to you. I think it's on my YouTube, but I like somehow it got deleted, so it's like I had to record it off of my phone, so. But I'm like, hey, Daredevil, Spider-Man, big fan, big fan. And I said, um, this is right before Bullseye, or this is right before season 3 was coming out. I said, is Bullseye going to be in season 3? And I said, when you're going to cross over in my movie. The full band. There was like 400 people in their Q&A, and um, he's like, what gives you the idea that I'm going to answer that question? And everybody, all 400 people, just started dying laughing at me. And he's like, you line up with me first, and you ask me a question that you know I can't answer. And he's like, he goes, I tell you what, I'll give you another shot. And I said, well, you know what? I said, like the other guy took my question. So he was like, I said, so I think the Avengers is going to need the help of the Defenders to, take down, Thanos and Infinity War. He goes, I tell you what, you get a pen and paper and you write it down to Marvel and you send it off, and then, we'll see what happens. I was like, oh, that's why it's Charlie Cox. It was like first question, everybody was cracking up. I was like, And then I met him the next day, and I was like, "Hey, I was the Spider-Man. I was in my Wolverine costume. I was like, I was the Spider-Man that asked you the question." He goes, "Oh yeah, you asked some good questions." He goes, "I'm sorry I couldn't answer you, you know." And then I said something. I said, um, I said, "Is Elektra going to come back in season 3?" And he's like, "I can't tell you." And I'm like, "I give up." I was like, "I give up. I give up. I'm not asking you any more things." And then I fangirled, and I was like, "Oh my god, season 2, Daredevil, you're up on the building fighting the Hand. You got Elektra there. You guys are almost beat. All of a sudden, there's a gunshot, and then you guys are like, where'd that come from?" And it was like Punisher just kind of shakes his head like, I got your back. And I was like, oh my god. I told him, I said, I was on my bed, and I about like flew off my bed because I did not expect that. And he's like, oh man, that's without taking a breath. And he's like, oh yeah, I love that scene. I said, that was awesome. That scene, that last episode, final scene when Punisher just like took that shot and was helping you guys out. Oh, so good. It was so good. And then on the Daredevil, because I went to a booth and I found this really cool picture that has like Daredevil, it has like Foggy, it has Karen, it has the Punisher, and he's like, to Shane, I think he wrote Daredevil, Charlie Cox, and he wrote good questions. Because like what I asked him at his panel, he's like, good questions. So that's what he signed. Signed my picture, my big picture I bought at a dealer. So sorry, I didn't mean to trail off
Nice.
there, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
yeah, that was awesome. And then his Q&A too was like Charlie Cox was like the highway scene, the hallway scene. You remember when he was fighting the Russians and or whatever in the first season? Um, and he was like at his Q&A, he was like, the stunt people let me do most of the stunts there because there was a point where I hit the wall or whatever, and the Russian would move or the guy would move, and he's like, I injured my hand a little bit. And then the stunt guy was like, that's it, you're done. We're bringing in the stunt guy. A little bit during that scene because he punched the wall or whatever. He was like, and the guy moved or whatever, and he injured like his hand a little bit. So then they put in the stunt guy. Then he was just like, well, I guess I'm not doing my stunts anymore. So, but yeah. But anyway, back to X-Men. Um, I guess we're down to our last one. I mean, if you had anything else to say about Dark Phoenix, I mean, I don't, but
No, we got 2 left though, right?
oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do anything for New Mutants. Didn't New Mutants come out before? I didn't write anything down because I was like,
Well, yeah, they came out in 2020. Yeah.
yeah. Was that before? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I do not remember hardly anything about that movie. I remember the scene where the one character was typing on the computer to Mr. Sinister, and that's it. I do not remember anything about that movie at all. I kind of just erased it from my brain.
Oh man, see, it's
I just
again. I just watched it last night, and it's it's
wasn't
not bad. And you say that was a dog, but that was a giant wolf.
but it was just like
It
his
really
whole
was a
thing is
wolf.
like turns into a full blown brown werewolf. I wanted the full werewolf thing from the comics. That would have been um wasn't what's her name in it? Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
played Magic.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's Colossus'
Yeah.
sister. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Magic. I think I did like her in it. But
And then the kid from Stranger Things was in it. He was Cannonball.
mm,
Sure.
I don't, like I said, I don't remember. I might go back and watch it. But I don't know. I don't know. I might rewatch it and just to give it a rewatch, but I know, oh my god, do you remember like the whole like the delays it got delayed and it got delayed again and then got delayed again. Dude, it got times. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. At this on streaming or whatever. I'm like, there's no sense of bringing it out. And then they brought it out, and I was like, that was such a waste. Like you delayed it all this time for this type of movie, and it was just like, oh my god, what the.
See, I think the delays hurt it, and I think
Yeah.
the pandemic hurt it. I think that the Black Widow was a great movie, and I remember seeing that. I was like, it wasn't bad. I don't think it was bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Taskmaster bothered me, but they took care of that in the Thunderbolts.
So bad. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't wait till we go to the MCU movies, and I don't think I'm writing all that stuff down, but we'll just talk about favorite scenes and stuff and everything. There's just gonna be way too much. I would need like 3 whole notebooks to write stuff down. Um, but yeah, it hurt it. It hurt it. Plus, I got tired of, Mr. Sinister kept getting teased. And I was just like, oh, can we just
Yeah.
Sinister? What? For crying out loud. So, but I have nothing else on New Mutants. Like I said, I might rewatch it. Just
I look at it. It's kind of like a mix between The Breakfast Club and like Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just that kind of. I don't know. It's again. You got to watch it. Watch it again. It'll stick with you.
I mean, there was so much for I keep saying Deadpool. I'm gonna say Deadpool and Wolverine. Came out July 26, 2024, had a budget of $429 million and made $1.3 billion. Highest grossing R-rated movie. Sean Levy did the directing, and Rob Simonson did the music. Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick did the score. And also like the cameos. I mean, we could just. Oh my gosh, where do we even start with this movie?
I don't know. This movie means a lot to me, and it's not just because it's the Deadpool movie. Because 2024, I got the ticket. My son got me the tickets for Father's Day, which was June. So we're like, yeah, I can't wait to go see it. And then like a week before the movie comes out, we get a devastating tornado. It just destroyed everything in our city. We had no we had no power. It was going on one day, and then 2 days, and then 3 days, and then like almost a week, and I'm like, we're not gonna have power for this movie. We're not gonna see this movie.
Yeah.
There's no way. And I remember that we got power 2 days before the movie was gonna come out, and the movie theater posted, "We'll be open," and I was so happy because after that long week of dealing with no power and then all the aftermath of the tornado, that movie was so satisfying. And it was like, oh my god, it was just like the best movie I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. It was so good from the opening scene
with the NSYNC song. Oh my god,
Oh,
so great,
when he was like
so
beating up
great.
Wolverine. God, there were so many iconic scenes.
And
So
he's like
many iconic scenes.
using his bones to fight off the TVA. Oh my god, it was so great. Oh,
Yeah. Um, I lost my train of thought. I it's one of my favorite boy, it's my favorite of all time. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time. I love it. I don't like it's I saw it I think 4 times in theaters. It just has so many iconic scenes. The cameos. I've been dying since we had to wait 25 years. Oh wait, it came out in 2024. Yeah, it came out what 24 years.
24 years. Yeah.
24 years to finally to get Wolverine in the yellow suit. And it was satisfying. I just love everything about that movie. It's my favorite. It might be my favorite comic book movie of all time. I love it. It's oh just oh
The music was great. I mean,
like a prayer.
Madonna. I mean, like a oh my god, so good. Dogpool.
Blake Lively playing Lady Pool.
Lady Deadpool.
Lady
Yeah.
Deadpool. And then Wolverine just taking out and Deadpool taking out all the different Deadpools.
And I think it was Ryan Reynolds' son that wasn't one of his kids that played Kidpool. Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna take your dog. He's like, oh, I'm Nice Pool. Oh,
which there's a whole story behind that character, which I don't know.
What's that?
There's a whole story behind the Nice Pool character, which has to do with like Blake Lively and that Justin Baldoni case. Like they were like, because I guess that's how he acts. He acts like that. I don't know.
Dude, probably my oh God. There's so many favorite scenes in there. Jeez, I could not even pick one. The car scene where he's just like oh God, I can't even he's like, for the love of God. He's like, and he's like punches him in the face.
Oh yeah, and then they're fighting in the car. Yeah, I mean,
the car, dude. That's like probably one of my favorite scenes. That whole interaction where he's like, Wolverine is just like, giving him that speech. Oh God, that scene is just great. The fucking cameos, the end scene.
I like the part where Deadpool's going through and trying to find all the Wolverines. Yeah. I thought those scenes were great. Dude, Henry Cavill, he should be the MCU Wolverine. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're those fuckers down the block or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so good. I don't care. It's my favorite Marvel movie. It's my favorite comic book movie. Just everything about that was perfect, nostalgic. I mean, it's everything you want in a comic book movie. Like, I don't understand, like, how if somebody's like, yeah, it was just okay, and I'm like, no, it's better than okay. And just okay.
Yeah, like, and the people that say that are the ones that don't like all the jokes.
Yeah. Dude,
they have a problem with the jokes.
Casanova, like Xavier's sister.
Yep.
Man, finally get to see an accurate Gambit. Oh my God. It's just so
Johnny
good.
Storm. No one expected Johnny Storm to be in the movie. Storm,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Blade. Oh my
Uh,
god, Blade!
so good.
I was like, I was cheering when Blade came out. Oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. So good. Well,
Deadpool was like, I thought you was retarded. He was retarded.
retarded.
No, retarded,
I'm not trying to be
retarded.
offensive.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. It's funny. Oh my god, it's so
No, I
funny.
was telling like he's like, no, I'm not saying
Yo,
me. I'm
yeah.
saying Deadpool. Deadpool's
Oh,
like, no, I'm trying to
oh
be
yeah, yeah,
Deadpool.
yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna write down. Let me see if my pen will write. Hold on. My damn it. I should have did this before, and I didn't even think about it. Uh, let's see. Oh man, this is kind of tough. Um, ooh, I don't know.
Are you talking about? Are you trying to rank them right now?
Yeah, I'm just going to
You
do. I'm not going to do the Deadpool movies, but just the X-Men. Like
okay?
I have Days, First Class, X-Men 2, Apocalypse, and X-Men, but I kind of want to flip-flop the first X-Men with Apocalypse, just because you know. Mm,
Are you putting Logan in there too, or are you?
no,
Can I
Logan.
count Logan?
I can't count it because I'm just doing the ones that I do like.
Okay.
Logan. I don't hate Logan. Like I said, it's too depressing, but I prefer the other X Men movies better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Last Stand would probably be, yeah, right. Yeah, put X Men at number 4, and then Apocalypse at 5. Because there's something about that original X Men movie is still I love so much more. So yeah, if I had to rank them, it would be Futures Past, First Class, X Men 2, X Men, Apocalypse.
We're almost right there. If we're not going to count Logan and Deadpool, I got Days of Future Past. I got X2, then First Class, then
Mm,
X-Men, then Apocalypse. So we
yeah,
just flip flopped. We flip
yeah,
flop
we just flip
X2 with
flop.
X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I think I just love. I mean, X Men 2 is like, but I think there's just Michael Fassbender and McAvoy is just. Oh, I love seeing McAvoy. Or I mean, I love seeing Fassbender. I just love Fassbender as an actor anyway. So, but just so iconic to see him as Magneto. Well, it's so iconic to see Ian McKellen as Magneto too. But um, I mean, we could be going on for another hour just talking about. Like I said, the reboot. I'm hoping they nail it for a third time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what is like? I'm probably just gonna stay on until 12:30, so I'm gonna just try to keep awake for another like 20 minutes. Like, what? I guess I'll ask you first. Like, what do you want to see them do with X Men first? Like, what is like a storyline? How you like, you know? I
Um.
will say real quick, Mister Sinister needs to be the villain first. You bring Magneto into the second movie, but I think you do Sinister first as the villain.
I would probably. I don't think you bring Sinister in as the first villain. I
Well, you've
think.
done Magneto so much.
Oh man, I would love to see a true House of M storyline,
Mm.
but I don't know if they'd be bold enough to do that because it's almost like you're gonna do. You'd have to do that. You'd have to do that with the Fox. Like you would do that with the Fox X-Men before you reboot it because you would just have all those X-Men just gone. That would be your House of M, and then you could start the reboot with like I don't know, maybe like something to do with Genosha. You haven't really done like there was rumors of Genosha in previous movies, but I think if you do Genosha, you gotta do that. You have to have that storyline, which will set up, which will bring you to Mr. Sinister.
I always talk about this at work with people with my. I'm like, do you do?
I don't read comics though, so that's the thing. I don't know too many arcs.
Like, do you do like the first like the original? Like I said when I gave you the original like X-Men first. Like, I feel like you got to do Jean Grey. I feel like you do Beast. Cyclops. Do you think Storm's in there right away?
No, I think Storm comes in. I think you can adapt Storm coincidentally, like alongside with like a Black Panther run, and then you can introduce Storm that way.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like they should do Wolverine in the second movie. Like, kind of do like the 90s version. Like, kind of like bring in maybe Gambit. Um, Jubilee. I think Jubilee really never gets any love. I don't think you do Angel
Yes,
because then you're getting close to that apocalypse storyline. If you bring in Angel, you're like, oh boy, Angel's in. Here we go. They're gonna start doing the apocalypse. So I don't think you do Angel yet.
well, you
Rogue?
said the '90s, but that isn't that when Apocalypse came out? Isn't that when that big
No, I meant
crossover
like
with?
I would kind of do like I don't know, like I, I would maybe do Wolverine and Gambit in the second movie, or do you have Wolverine right away?
Yeah, I don't think you wait for Wolverine. I think you because that's a character that is already recognizable. I don't think you want to like make the audience wait.
Yeah,
I think you want to keep the impact of Deadpool Wolverine. You don't want to miss that,
yeah,
rebound. That's why it's so key. Whoever they have for Wolverine, it's got to be nailed. Like you got to nail it. Like
yeah.
uh, I don't know what you're gonna do
So I would, yeah.
unless
So
you
yeah.
unless you have Wolverine as like still Hugh Jackman, and then you do what's Wolverine's son? Doesn't Wolverine have a son that's like
Oh yeah.
what's what's his kid's? I can't think of his kid's name. He's oh man.
Yeah. My brain is like shutting down, so I'm just like, yeah, I know what you meant because I've got comics where his son's in there. I can't think of it offhand.
Let's see if I can find it really quick. Dakin. You bring in Dakin. You bring Dakin. Like you'll have Wolverine, but then you'll have Dakin assume the mantle after. Like that's a perfect way to reboot with Dakin. I don't know. That's just my thought.
So yeah, it would be like Xavier, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Wolverine, and
Beast.
Rogue. and Beast. So
I would say I would say those.
And then for like the Brotherhood, I mean, if you're gonna do Magneto, obviously you bring Magneto, Sabretooth, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, Emma Frost. You gotta have Emma Frost. You gotta have Emma Frost.
Well, do you do Mystique? Or you just wait for her for the second movie?
Yeah, because you can bring Mystique in after, like you can have Nightcrawler in the second movie. You can have Storm in the second movie. You can have Colossus in the second movie.
Oh, Colossus. Yeah, I forgot about Colossus. Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler you can do in this. You can do Nightcrawler in the first one too. Like you can, because he's like a original member, and then by the third, so like you're setting up Sinister. So like maybe the first movie is like a reintroduction of the X-Men. You don't have to go through an origin story because we've already seen it. Like, kind of like what they did with Fantastic Four. You don't need to have an origin. So you just kind of start off their X-Men. And then you can maybe do I lost my train of thought. Oh shoot. You could do a real Sentinels. Like you can do the second movie, have like Sentinels, and then you can move up toward. That's a big budget, though. That's the thing about that. It's a big budget for Sentinels. I don't know. It depends what they want. It depends what happens. I mean, this is not going to happen until like 2030. So I mean.
Yeah, you can't. I feel like you're going to, like, the X-Men, you're going to have like a big cast. Like, there's going to be multiple characters because it's the X-Men. So, I mean, I don't feel like
it's going to be like a $700 million budget, or maybe even it could even be $1 billion budget. Who knows? You know what I mean?
I would love to see Master Mold come in. Oh my god, dude! If they did Master Mold, the head of the Sentinels are just like, oh my god, I just watched that episode. Well, that's the last one, I think. But there's also an episode where Sinister and Magneto's working together, I think with Trask, and they're making the Sentinels or whatever, and it's just like, oh dude, Master Mode would be awesome.
I don't think we have any. I don't think you bring it back to the past. I think we've already seen the past, like the 60s, 70s, 80s. I think this is set in real time, like whatever the timeline is. Because I think what?
Do you think the
MCU?
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, do you think the X-Men's coming from like a different universe, a different planet, maybe the Fantastic Four's planet, or are they like already set in this world? Or do you think it's like an alternate?
See, here's a crazy take. So I think they exist, but I think Charles Xavier is using his what's it, telepathy? Or no, not telepathy, but telekinesis. Like he's using that power to make them not visible to anybody. So I think they're already here. They're not visible. They're kind of like, we're just not going to get involved right now. We're here, but we're not going to get involved. And I think the events of the Eternals, and then with the snaps, I think that triggered the mutant gene a little bit more. That's why we saw like Miss Marvel. That's why we saw, what was the other mutant? I can't think of the name. But I think mutants are already here. Mm-hmm. Like we saw Namor. I think we're slowly going to get more mutants. I think they're here. We just don't know of them. Just like the Fantastic Four, we didn't. Obviously, they're coming from another universe, but I think I think it's because of incursions also that it's making people kind of like not notice. It's just a whole. It's a whole. The multiverse is gonna just bring them out. I think something. I think Doctor Doom is the one that has to trigger out the X-Men because of what he's doing. Because of what he's doing. I don't know. It's because I don't want to see an origin of the X-Men again. Like no one. I think it'd be a waste of however long on screen. Like we don't need to see that.
Yeah. Let's see. I had something I was gonna say and I forgot.
As far as casting, though, I would love to see Denzel as Magneto. I'd love to see Giancarlo Esposito as Professor X.
Yeah,
like
that would,
see, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I think
you gotta somehow keep still the concentration camp with Magneto somehow. In some way or form. I know it would be like if the years would not match up, but somehow I feel like you got to go with that storyline, or you could do the storyline from the 90s animated series where Magneto and Xavier worked together at the college or whatever, and then Magneto just had a change of heart and was like, didn't like what, the humans was doing to the mutants. So I think you could do it that way too. From the cartoon, but I would love to keep how Magneto came from World War II and stuff, but I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I hope it's, and then I'm just waiting. I just want my Wolverine spin-off movie with him set in Russia fighting Omega Red. Like I honestly would have rather have had the Wolverine be that, where instead of Japan it was in Russia and he was fighting Omega Red. Then you could have had Arnold. Arnold would have made a good Omega Red. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Omega Red was in Deadpool too. He was he was in that prison that him and Fire Fist went to.
Oh.
Yeah, he was there. You just gotta stop and pause it. Yeah.
Did not know that. But
I mean, there's so many ways, so many things they could do. I just don't think they can't afford to mess it up because
yeah, they gotta nail it. They gotta get it right with the casting, the director,
or they do a TV. Do you think they do a TV show of the mutants? Like, do you think they'll have like a?
I think they're gonna wait and see what the reception is first on the X-Men. Yeah, I think they're gonna wait. They're gonna wait, but
I think I might start Wonder Man tonight. I might go over to TTV
I'm
and
gonna get something to drink and I'm going to bed. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick, and I am going to bed because I am exhausted. I'm fighting staying awake now.
yeah, they're short episodes. They're only 30. They're only like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So they're short episodes.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know how the first episode is and stuff. I don't really know too much. Really know anything about Wonder Man.
Well, you have the dude from Iron Man 3 coming back. So Trevor Slattery.
Mm.
He played the what do you call it? The dude from Shang-Chi, the man, whatever. I can't think. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Sam
Who was the
Liu.
guy? No, he played. Well, no, he played the Simu Lee's father. Who's the villain in
Oh, I
Shang-Chi?
forget.
The oh, I can't. The mandolin, no, not the mandolin, mandarin, right? No,
Oh yeah.
not the mandarin.
Oh.
Like he was like the fake villain, the fake mandarin or whatever,
Oh, the Mandarin. Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
had, obviously it was what's his name, um,
Oh, Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, but it was the other dude that ended up being
Yeah.
the guy. But yet then there's a different version in Shang-Chi. Like I'm just mad that Shang-Chi, that movie, again, we don't have to talk about it, but that movie, they're waiting too long to bring that character back. I just, people are forgetting about what Shang-Chi even is. Like,
Yeah.
and that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But next week, guys, make sure you hit that follow button. We'll be doing video game live action movie adaptations. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah. Yeah, if you
Are we
upload
talking
this on
about?
your YouTube, you'll have to tag me in it or something like I do.
Yeah, I'll have to download it after this is
Yeah.
over. I'll download the live.
Yeah, it'll probably be yeah. It doesn't take me too long to download it.
Yeah, I'll download it and then
Yeah.
I'll tag you and share it to you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Well, that is it for me. That was fun. It was kind of fun talking to X-Men. It was nice because I haven't gone back to watch X-Men movies in so long, so but yeah, I'll get maybe some notes down for video game movies here and there, so it'd be a fun
Yeah,
fun talk.
we can discuss through text what ones we want to
Yeah.
talk about because
Yeah.
I don't want to because there's so
Yeah.
many, but I think there's some that we don't need to talk about.
Yeah, there's some we don't need to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone tuning in, stopping by, and check out next Tuesday night. Maybe we'll do something
Yeah.
before then.
Maybe.
Who knows? Depends on what movie guy wants to do.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
all right, well, have a good night.
Have
It
a
was
good night, everybody.
always fun. Always fun.
Yeah, always fun.
All right.
All right, take care, Deadpool.
All right. Later, movie guy.
Later.